relationship that he's going through? Does it involve another individual with your son?
A few individuals, yeah.
Okay.
He had himself caught up with some wrong people and got himself into some trouble.
Yeah, so I do see that in the I see that in the past position, and I'm like seeing it. If it has to come up, it's good to come up in the past position. So in the middle, I obviously see your energy coming very strong as a nurturing mother energy that's trying to help create security. Okay, so you are doing well. It's not necessarily trying to be forceful, but being that place of security for a little bit, because there is conflict here. I see that unwise decision making and you trying to do the best as you can in that beautiful nurturing mother energy. But it really is a point where things have to be reviewed, because motives surrounding, there's can be even up to 4 people here. Their motives are not within the best interest of your son. And I do see that part of the reason why he kind of fell in with a wrong crowd, because he wasn't quite sure where to go next. He kind of a dreamer, but with this energy, I'm feeling that he has resources, he can do what he wants to be successful, but it seems like because he didn't have necessarily a set goal, he just kind of got lost and got stuck in the shiny things. I do really like that in the outer energies. I do see a very strong masculine energy coming in to help get things straight. What I can't see right now, if it's going to be a physical person, so maybe his father or grandfather or a man of significance in his life saying, hey, you need to get this together. Or is it going to start out as more of an energetic frequency, like it could be his higher self just saying, like kind of giving that subconscious message to say we need to go on a different path, and really having that that's the forceful energy that's coming in to kind of help move this along. Because definitely these energies are not doing well at all in the near future. And I'm seeing this within the next couple of weeks, 5 weeks. It does seem like spiritual organizations, potentially like mentors, or if your family is involved in any type of religious practices, or just stepping into more traditional mindsets, will be very beneficial to kind of help step away from this conflict energy and stepping more back into finding that foundation, so he doesn't feel so scattered.
Okay.
I just feel like someone may not be telling you the truth or the whole story. Like, I don't think it's your partner, but I do get male, but I don't think it's your partner. That's also coming up too. But there is like a fast change. It's like you're on track, but and there is a bit of nervous there and anxiety, but I just feel like it's time to step in and just to be amongst it. That new contract could be coming in May. I feel like it could be in May that comes in. So before you were a stay-at-home mum, what were you doing then? Were you in sales, or what were you doing?
Yeah, I was in the beauty industry and also worked at a gas station.
Okay.
I've had lots of different jobs, so.
Okay. I get sales around you, like sales. So if you don't know if we're going back into beauty, but I get like sales. It'll be, but this job that you're going to do, I feel like it'll be fun. Like it may be in an office, but I feel like it's something that's fun, it's refreshing, and it's a change for you, but it leads into something else. So I feel like this is going to be leading to something bigger and better.
Okay.
I feel like it's going to be like all good. But I just feel like I need to relax. I want to go and relax as well. And so you're in Minnesota. So I just see like beach around you, like going to the beach. but like it's in the hot part of America so I think it's more California. I'm not really good about direction or where things are, but I just see like beach around you as well. But I think that's more of a holiday or time out or weekend away.
Cool.
Too. Yeah. Do you have any other questions?
Oh gosh, I really don't. I just enjoy this so much, and I love getting people's insight.
Okay. You are intuitive yourself, so I just feel like you are quite intuitive. Because you are good at I feel like you're good at sussing people out, and I feel like that might be getting quite stronger. I feel like you have a very big bond with your children as well, or your youngest, the baby, and I just feel like you're also very insightful yourself, and I feel like people coming to you with their problems, but it's like I feel like you're quite resilient. So I feel like you bounce back quickly, or when a problem comes up for you, you always find a way to never get around it or to just fix it up. And I just see people sort of draining you or telling you their problems, and it's like you don't really want to. I'd say you're over it, but maybe they're not as resilient as you are, and they're not as. It's more about poor me than just getting up and moving forward. Because I feel like with you, when problems come up, you're able to move forward as well. I also see you in the city too. So like in a city area, that I don't know if it's New York where I am, but I just feel like there's like a city area, like a trip in the city to maybe see I see a show. It's like a night out, but I see it's like a city of buildings. So I also see that around you as well. I was like you began going to be heavily involved or being more involved in school, your children's schools too, as well. Do you have anything else? Any other questions?
What do people mostly ask?
Anything, anyone asks anything. So it could be about their work or they're saying about home. Everyone has different things, different questions they ask. I always just ask if there's anything else.
Do you see anything about? Oh, what?
It's okay. What were you going to say?
Oh, I was just going to say, do you see anything about any messages for anybody around me that need to be given?
I just feel like, I don't know why I keep on getting this, but I just keep on getting someone not telling the truth and they'll be found out. So I feel like I keep on feeling like it's a young male. I just feel like whatever they're doing, if they think they're going to get away with it, they won't because they're going to be found out. But I'm not too sure who it is. So I feel like I keep on getting that coming up around you. But thank you for calling in today.
Yes, thank you so much. You did wonderful. I appreciate it.
That's okay, no worries. Okay, everyone, if you want to contact me, you can. My website is Lady D Psychic Parties. My Facebook page is also Lady D Psychic Parties. My Instagram is Lady DS Psychic. And my TikTok is Lady D Psychic. And my YouTube channel is Lady D, if not just up Danielle Psychic. Okay, everybody, hope you have an amazing week. And I'll see you same place, same time next week. So bye for now.
Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome. Time for Intuitive Readings with Nay Mary. Live from intuitivereadings.com.au. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is Intuitive Reading on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Welcome to A1R Psychic Radio, wherever you are today. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Nay from Intuitive Readings, and I'm a psychic medium. I help people find peace and purpose by connecting them with the spirit world and bringing through messages that are helpful, hopeful, and healing. And today, Spirit is asking me to speak to everyone about affirmations. So affirmations is an excellent way to change the energy around any aspect of your life and to bring things in for yourself that are positive. This might be attracting something beautiful for yourself, your dream home, that car that you really want, bringing in financial abundance. Or it might just be as simple as improving an aspect of your life, okay? So becoming a better learner or becoming more confident, becoming physically stronger, and just generally overcoming blockages in your life. So affirmations don't have to be store-bought, but I'm certainly guilty of that. And in fact, it is better if you come up with your affirmations by looking inwards and going deep within your heart. So, and asking yourself, what does my heart desire? And then once you've identified what that is, to then phrase that in a way that suggests that you have that already, okay? So, for instance, if you're struggling to pick things up and you want to learn things faster, then you might say something like, I retain information really well or easily, and I'm a fast learner, okay? So step one, definitely putting affirmations into words. And then step two, say it and really mean it, okay? And what I mean by mean it is to live it and to feel like it's already in existence and that you already have it. And this is really key to the formula for manifesting things and bringing things into your life, okay? So, and, in my opinion, affirmations are just the strongest tool we have to be doing that for positive change. It's a really underrated tool for doing that, and visualization as well. So that works really well, visualizing that you already have it. And a lot of people I speak to who do use affirmations, they often say to me that, they forget to do it, or generally that they forget to do it, or that, the wheels of life fell off that week and they didn't have an opportunity. And so what I would say to that is perhaps try habit stacking. So I don't know if you've heard of habit stacking, but essentially it's this technique where you use your existing routine or habits and then, just as it implies, stack your other new habits that you wish to bring in or to do more regularly on top of those. So for instance, we all brush our teeth daily. Teeth brushing is a good one. So instead of setting a reminder to read a bunch of affirmations daily, what you might do is each time you're brushing your teeth, do your affirmation then. Okay. So that would be, a really good way to bring or to remind yourself to do them. I also tend to put my affirmations on my phone screen, which works really well for me. Okay. So every time I unlock my phone and, you'd see today, like it says, I'm a clear conduit for communication between here and the spirit world. Okay. And so locking it on your phone screen works really well. There has been the odd time where I've gone to read my affirmation, or I've forgotten to read my affirmation, and then I know it's time to change the background and change the colours behind that too. So that's another trick as well. And someone has just been waiting very patiently on the line. So I'll just go to my first caller, Darlene in Winnipeg. How are you, Darlene?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm well, thank you. What can I do for you today?
I'm wondering if you can give me just some advice on relationships. If you
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to use my tarot cards for this. I've been drawn to do that. And I'm going to pull a past card, or just to see where you're coming from in that space at the moment. Okay, I get the Star. So I feel as though there was sort of a love that you have had, and it's almost like, I don't want to say regret, but it's almost like things unsaid, things not done in that space in the past. Can you take that?
Yes, yes.
Okay. But not to dwell on the past. That was just to give me a sense of where your energy is coming from. And I just want to see where it's sitting at the moment. Collaboration. So I feel as though you are working it's almost like a teamwork, team effort, maybe a wingman or a wing woman, someone who's trying to help you in this space at the moment. Is that correct?
No, I don't think so, no.
Not yet. Okay. So I do feel as though there is an instance, there will be an opportunity for you in the short future to, I don't want to say collaborate, that's not the right word here, but it would be that someone introduces you to a group of other people, and it is through that meeting that you will have something positive coming through here. So in terms of what you can do to bring that in faster, or to sort of accelerate that experience. Okay, looking at the world. So for me, the world card really means putting yourself out there and becoming a more confident version of yourself. So perhaps what I was speaking about earlier around affirmations could be really good for you as well in this sense, because Spirit is making me aware of, it's almost just a little bit of non-confidence at times in this space. And it's almost like I don't know how to present myself in this space, and there's a lot of nervousness around that, is what I'm being told. So what I would suggest for you here is to ensure that you are putting yourself out there and having that, and doing some affirmations to assist in your confidence in this, because, you know, let's face it, no one's particularly good at dating, and it's very it's a very nerve-wracking experience. But Spirit is making me aware that you can help yourself here by perhaps introducing more affirmations in your life, and by saying things. You might say to yourself, I've got this, and these sorts of things. But there is, again, I am getting the sense that there is going to be someone, and I feel as though it is a female friend that does introduce you to someone introduces you to a group of people, and within that group, there is someone in particular that you do strike a connection with there. And I'll just dive in a little deeper on that as well to see if any clarity comes through on that. Okay, I do feel as though the person that comes in is sort of freshly out of a relationship as well, and is looking for someone more genuine, and that is why sort of your paths cross, and how you're going to find alignment with this individual, because it's almost as though you're both on the same level, having come from relationships in the past that weren't as good, and you're both in a position where it's almost like you know what you want already, and your values are aligned in this way. And so that is why Spirit is presenting this individual as a good energetic match, because you can you sort of meet them at their own level on this as well.
Oh, wow.
Do you have any questions around this?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, and I am hearing April for this as well. So that's the current energy suggests that this meeting will be around April. But until then, again, they are reminding me of the World card. So it's almost as though working on yourself, if you have opportunities to travel and reflect on, I don't know if you journal at the moment, but that would be something good to do as well. Taking this time to sort of reflect and look at aspects of your life that you could improve to help yourself sort of grow this confidence in this area, because that will certainly help in this regard.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
You're more than welcome. Okay. And I might just wrap up, because I've got a little bit more time now, and I might just wrap up with a card for the collective. Just the message that Spirit wants you all to know, all the listeners out there today to know. Okay. And so what they're bringing up here is the 10 of Wands, which is challenges ahead. Okay. And I feel as though this does relate to the coming week. I don't feel this is a global challenge, but it does feel as though there are hurdles coming in for people. And I feel as though this actually has something to do with planetary alignments as well, the reason this is coming in. But challenges aren't always a bad thing. Because obviously with a challenge comes the opportunity to overcome a challenge and to learn from that challenge. So I would ask you just to be really patient if you're challenged by anything in the next 7 days, and just to know that only good things will sort of come out of that challenge, and it is for your greater good, okay? So that concludes the show today, but stay tuned for some amazing other light workers coming up right next. If you did enjoy the show, or you want to learn more about affirmations, please do connect with me on my Facebook page, named Mary at Intuitive Readings. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you.
Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV and Lightning Television. Welcome. Time for Zodiac Zone with Melissa Marco. Live from MMAstroVibes.com. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is Zodiac Zone on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Zodiac Zone. First, happy 2025. I'm a little late, but it is a new year, and we have a lot of new things going on this year. I try to, at the beginning of my show, talk about what's going on this week. What I looked for this week are two things. First, I want to talk about the moon is going into Virgo. And typically how it works is a moon stays in a zodiac sign about 2.5 days. So what does that mean, the moon in Virgo? Main thing with Virgo is watch your overthinking things for the next couple days. Could be some self-criticism. And you really kind of think Virgo's also the sign of health and wellness. So I know a lot of people are doing, after the new year, they have their, New Year's goals, and you see a lot of new people if you're an exercise person and you're in the gym. But maybe this is really a time to really look and decide, okay, these are realistic goals. Here's what I need to focus on for myself, and put together an exercise plan that really works for you and something that you're going to stick to, rather than, by March, I tried that and it's not working out for me. So, and for the next couple of days, it's a really good time to be productive. I think all of us are guilty of making all of these, plans for the new year, and then we just kind of don't follow through. So this is a time to really look at all of this and say, okay, this is what I need to do. And here are some realistic goals about my health and healing. And, this is what I want to do. So I think it's a really good time to do some of these things. So those are some of the things that I wanted to point out. I also wanted to talk about something that's going on this weekend. And I'm reading here, I'm looking at my daily planetary guide. By the way, I do recommend for the astrology enthusiast to get the 2025 Llewellyn's Daily Astrology Guide. I can't speak tonight, because it lists all the transits, it lists everything that's going on in the sky for this year. So I do recommend that. We're going to have the moon oppose Neptune on the 18th, this Saturday. I feel like now might not be the time to have those emotional discussions or things that are really kind of, inside of you, because it might not be a really good time to have those deep talks. Maybe wait on that, but you could feel kind of confused, kind of like, it's not anything with the moon, and especially with Neptune, could feel a little bit challenging, and emotional. So if you're feeling that on Saturday, know that it is going on astrologically, and it's not you. So wanted to get to the next part. This is 15 minutes of astrology. Wanted to do a reading. So I have Anthony. Is Anthony there?
Yep. Hello.
How are you tonight, Anthony?
Hello. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. So I am an evolutionary vibrational astrologer. And what I like to look at is really what your soul purpose is. Why are you here? What are some of the wounds that are holding you back from really doing, living your best life? And that's not saying that you're not living your best life now, but just it could be confirming maybe something inside that is, that's what I tell my clients. I'm just confirming what you already know about yourself. So we can do a little chart reading. Put on my glasses here. Anthony. Okay. What's your birthday? Day, month, year?
Okay, the day is the 19th.
I'm sorry?
The day is the 19th.
The 19th,
Of May.
May 19th?
Yeah, 1971.
1971. Okay. Yep. Sorry about that. Just wanted to fix this. Okay, and the time?
1 minute past midnight.
All right. And where is the place?
Sydney, Australia. Place called Annandale.
Okay, let me see. Australia. How do you spell Sydney? I'm sorry.
ANNANDALE.
Okay, great, got it. Sorry, it wasn't coming up in my program. Okay, so I'm going to talk about what is referred to as the lunar nodes. And these are elliptical points in the sky. And you come in on your south node, and that's kind of the energy that it's the energy that and the whole purpose is to try to get to the north node. So I would say with Leo in the south node in the 6th house, in the 6th house is Virgo. I would say you probably tend to worry a lot. You're a warrior, and you might think it's all about you. A lot of times with the south node in Leo, they kind of steer clear of group dynamics. They tend to, I want to say always self-isolate, but they can, they they can do their own thing. They're really good at, I know a lot of south nodes in Leo that can just get up there and they're the performer. They're the person that can kind of get up and, they can have little subject matter expertise on certain things and just kind of get up there and be the actor. I don't know. Does any of this kind of resonate with you? Do you find that you're that type of individual?
I tend to worry a little bit, about things that probably I shouldn't.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I would say because your north node is in the 12th house, it's really about letting, I'll just be very frank with you, let that shit go. Let it go.
Yep.
And it's really connecting to what makes you unique, the unique parts of you, of your personality. It's getting into, this is why you're calling tonight, right? You're probably gearing to the spiritual part of your soul and who you are and what you identify with now. What has worked for you in the past is like, okay, maybe it's time to really look into my spiritual journey. I've been hearing a lot about this, and this could be a good time with all kind of the chaos going on all over the world, and how does this all look, So I would definitely do that and investigate that even further. I would say I also look at Chiron. Chiron is the wounded healer. There's a whole backstory in Greek mythology about Chiron. You have Chiron in your second house. Second house typically means money, self-worth. I don't know if you have self-worth issues or you're worried about money. A lot of times when people have Chiron in the second house, they're really afraid of not having money, not having, afraid of being poor, something like that. I don't know if that's an issue for you. Are you like that? Yeah. And that's where some of this spiritual work comes in, knowing that there's more to life than what we just see and experience in this third dimensional reality. I mean, I had a very close friend of mine pass last week, and she was only 53 years old, and it's like you start to look at the world from a different perspective. Those material resources, those things that we think are so important are really not important. I mean, obviously we need money to be on this planet and to coexist, but it's really about what is our own self-worth? Who are we? And I think it's really getting into the deeper input of who you are and, looking to really the spiritual side of your reality and not getting so caught up in all the things that you can't control and being worried about it, and also, like I said, embracing the unique part of your soul, of who you are, and looking at everything from, I tell my clients all the time, if we're human in every occurrence in existence, and that's the only way we look at things, we're always going to be disappointed. If we look at everything from a spiritual way and what the soul contract is, and, there's more to all of that. Does this all resonate with you, Anthony?
Yeah, it's resonating, yeah. Yep.
Yeah, and I'd invite you, take a look at my website, mmastroVibes.com. I do more in-depth readings. I do business readings. I teach classes. I do all of that stuff. And thank you so much for getting a mini reading tonight. And I wish you a successful 2025. Yeah. So that, my gosh, doesn't 15 minutes go by like that? It's crazy, right? So next week, I'll be talking about the transits of next week, and I will be giving another mini reading. And I wish you all a great weekend and happy 2025, like I said.
Hello, lovelies. Welcome again to another weekly edition of Sessions with Spirit Witchy Nurse. I am so happy that you all have joined me this evening. Thank you all for taking time from your Thursday nights, from your family to spend with me. Tonight, as always, we're going to be doing 2 live callers. Yes, we are. I'm so excited for those readings, as well as a few reading requests from my followers. So I'm really excited about that. Before we get to our first live caller, let's do a follower request, shall we? Guys, I am so excited for this weekend. It has to be said that my Saturday is everyone's Friday, or the majority of people. I know people work different work weeks, but I'm just so excited for this weekend. Oh my gosh, I don't know why. It's been one of those weeks, where it's just gone on and on. So needless to say, the weekend is needed. Make sure you guys are taking time at home to do your own version of self-care. I'm not talking about meditation or prayer. I'm definitely talking about that time to do hand masks or face, whatever it is, get Starbucks, whatever tickles your fancy and recharges your tank. That's what you want to do. Our first request is going to be from Lori, who lives in Virginia. She wants to know, will things turn out well for Van and I? And Lori, I'm just going to pull you one extra card. The answer overall is an astounding yes. However, it is going to take some time to get there. The reason why I say that is because you got the star card for one, and that is a phenomenal card about hopes, wishes, and dreams coming true. Fantastic card to receive, especially when you're asking about the future outcome of something. That's definitely one that you want to see in the mix. Your first card was the Queen of Swords. That card is going to remind you to stay logical. And that's not always going to be easy because there's going to be conflict. Some readers like to assume that the sword suit is ominous. And guys, I get tarot is not for everybody. But for me and my home, this is what we do, you know? Cards for me are an insane tool. And I mean it. They are so amazing for healing, insight, advice. I mean, they are just killer. They are stellar in their own right. That's why I take my readings so seriously. I do. I'm never going to tell you what you want to hear. I'm always going to tell you what you need to hear. You know, sometimes a reading can be like a good therapy session. It can. You know, while it's burdensome in the moment, once you work through it, and that's exactly what I pride myself on, is working through it with my clients, and we go through it step by step. You know, like I said, you should feel that release when you're done with your reading. So back to Lori. Lori, you did get that 7 of Wands and it did fall reversed. That is going to be a really hard victory. Not a victory yet. It is going to be a long road, and that's okay. Then we have the Page of Swords. I'm happy to report the final 2 cards, including the Page of Swords, were both pages. So again, that up and down, but pages also refer to the start or beginning of something new. So I was so glad to see that. Lori, like I said, is going to be a long road, but well worth it in the end. Yes, you and your daughter are going to get on fine. You are. Be blessed, Lori, and thank you so much for submitting that request. All right, guys, I think we have our first caller. Reagan, is that your name, love? Am I pronouncing it correctly?
Yep, that's correct, Reagan.
Oh, hello, love. How are you?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Good. I am just adoring your accent right now, so don't mind me if I act a little starstruck. Oh my God, I love the Aussie accent. To me, there is nothing better. Nothing but I just have a little, you know, New York accent. How are you doing this evening, love? Oh, by you, it's morning time, right?
Yeah, it's morning over here, so it's 11 o'clock in the morning.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, we're doing very good.
There, that is amazing. What would you like to be read on tonight?
Sorry, darling?
What would you like me to read on tonight? What is your question?
Just what's ahead, basically, for this year. Is we got. Just wanting to know, like, a general reading.
Okay. Oh, my favorite. That means anything and everything can come up.
Yeah.
That's often a misconception. Yeah, you say general and people assume it'll be like anything but detailed. And it's like, no, you'd be surprised what the cards can bring up when you don't program them to one specific thing. It's so fantastic. Has your 2024 been good so far?
Is there?
Right. Has it? I hope so.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Sorry,
Okay.
I'm just
We're
outside.
having one of those AT&T moments. Okay, so love, overall, you're going to pick and choose your battles this year. That is going to be of the utmost importance. The reason why I say that is because your first card was the 5 of Wands. That's the strategy behind that card. Remember, the wand suit is absolutely stellar, and I'm not saying that just because I'm biased. I also happen to be a Leo, which is one of the fire signs. However, if I put my bias aside, the wand suit relates to passion, creativity, strength, resilience, fortitude. It also can correlate to business. So if you have some changes within your career, it definitely can refer to that. Your second card was the King of Cups. Be careful of a manipulative male this year. That is one of my ick cards of a deck. It is. I'm not afraid of the Tower, the Devil, or any other card that people like assume is negative. For me, it's the cards from the Cup suit because they can represent drama as well as, yes, love. So Reagan, you want to be careful. Be on the lookout for him. He's up to no good. Then your third card confirmed it because it was the Magician. Are you single right now? Are you married?
No, I have a partner.
You do? Excellent. Okay. So it's definitely can refer to work because I just pulled an extra card for you and it was the Fool. Do you have any plans of leaving your career or anything like that, or getting a new one, or just working somewhere else? I should say that.
So I got told by a customer where I work now that there might be a job coming up very soon.
Okay.
He wants to start his own business and he's got it all in the works. That his staff, he'll be hiring people, and their staff will be on a really. He wants people to work more time for family, less time working. But he wants them to still get the same hours. It was just a customer that came along, but yeah, he said, "I'll be poaching you because I want you to work for me."
Yeah. I would definitely look into it. You did get the Nine of Pentacles, which refers to the start of long-term stability. And you also got the Fool card with one of the extra cards I pulled for you. That would refer to like new energy, new direction, new job, new everything across the board. You know what I mean? The manipulative male could most definitely refer to where you are currently, like put the whole idea of poaching and then them getting mad or something to that effect. Do you follow me with that? Like, do you see how that could happen? So just be mindful with that. Set your boundaries. Make sure those are set in concrete. Like I always say, don't set them in sand because someone can come along and just kick them and there goes your boundaries. So always set your boundaries in concrete. Stand by them no matter what. Definitely look what is involving in this new opportunity. But if it is more money and it allows you more time with the family, then by all means, I would most definitely recommend that you do it. Hands, especially with the cards you received, it's a shoe-in. Like I would do it, no problem. Yes, love. And you got a card from the Pentacle suit. Pentacles refer to money and material things, including income. The 9 is going to refer to the start of long-term stability. I know I already said that before, but I like to be thorough. Reason being is the Pentacles also corresponds to the element of earth, which can also in turn refer to family. So I'm just saying more time at home, it would make sense. It would make sense. So yeah. I definitely would encourage you to take on this endeavor. I would, Reagan. I would do it all the way.
Yep.
I would. Oh, love, I'm so happy I was able to answer your question. Please keep me updated. You could follow me on Facebook at Tarot Readings by Jean Rose. I would love to get an update as to how you're doing.
Oh, excellent. Yeah, I'll definitely keep you up to date with it.
All right, Megan. Great. Thank you so much and take care.
Have a good day. Bye.
You too. Take care. Bye-bye. All right, guys. I think we're going to do one more caller. I know they are from Denver, Colorado. Hello?
Hello.
Hello, love. Can I have your name?
My name is Tamara.
Tamara, how are you, love?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you so much for asking me. Thank you, love.
I'm excited for this, for sure.
Yeah. I'm so excited you joined me this evening. What are we reading on tonight? How's your new year?
My new year was good. It was good. I mean, nothing really exciting, but it was good.
Aw. And then what would you like read on this evening?
What was that? I'm sorry.
Well, I'm sorry. I was shuffling at the same time. What would you like read on this evening?
I just would like to know maybe like if there's any messages for me and if the person that I'm with is the right person for me.
Okay. All right. So a love reading? Absolutely. When you say messages, are you talking about mediumship?
Either just something that I should know, either mediumship or just in general, like what if the tarot brings up something.
Okay. Because I'm both. I offer both. That's why I was asking.
Yeah. So either way, either one. Mm-hmm.
Okay. There is a female with you. Just saying.
Okay.
Yes. Grandmother?
Maybe it's.
She best?
I was gonna
Is your
say maybe it's my
grandmother
grandma. Yeah.
Yes. Absolutely. She is most definitely there. Oh my, do you talk to her a lot?
I do talk to her a lot, and I wish she was here, and yeah.
Was she your go-to when she was alive for advice?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, she was like I was always with her when I was little. Like, she was my heart and soul. She's the one that always just like believed in me when no one else did. Like,
And I'm not trying to make you cry, okay?
no, it's okay. It's okay.
I know it's overwhelming when she stepped forward. So if you don't mind, and I have no problem doing both, love. Tamara, I have no problem doing both, okay? I'm an evidential medium. Yes, I'm not a regular medium, so I give like details. Okay, love? So I'm not just going to sit here and be like, she's with you. Like, no, she hears you. That's why she brought up you talking to her. She shows me you talking to her, especially when you are freaking out. And I don't mean to say it like that, but you'll be in a state of anxiety or panic, and you'll kind of be like, oh my gosh, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Like, this panic will set in because you don't have her to call and to go to.
Yeah.
Honey, she says that you have the strength to take care of it on your own, that you don't need her anymore. That, oh my God, I'm going to cry. Ooh. She said she loves you and you will always be the apple of her eye. Always. That will never change. Okay. I don't know if that was the saying, but I'm drawn specifically to that phrase, the apple of my eye. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
But she says, no matter what, honey, you have to be proud of yourself and stop wishing and even shrinking down your accomplishments because she's no longer here with you. You don't even celebrate anything anymore because she's no longer here. So you shortchange yourself because you don't want to recognize it because you can't recognize it with her. You can't do that.
Okay.
You can't do that. She wants you to release the guilt. She wants you to release the grief. She doesn't want you, and I do not say that lightly because my own mother is passed. So I know how deep that ocean of grief can be. I do.
Yeah.
Oh, love, I get it. It's brutal, isn't it? We can't turn our back on it because the second we do, we're going to get knocked off our feet, and that's usually how it goes. Yeah. But grief is a journey, unfortunately. She does show me, and I will tell you right now, Tamara, my language with spirit is absolutely eccentric. And that's what I get for having one of my guides as my sister. That's what I get. So you're being tag teamed by two sisters. But I do have your grandmother with. Yes. Oh, we love to tag team people. Oh her name is Liv. Yes, she passed away when I was almost 5. And she is my main God. Yeah, she's been with me ever since. So I never lost her. I lost her in the physical sense, but not in the spiritual sense. I was very lucky in that regard. Very lucky. Yeah. So she is the one that helps me through just everything. Oh my gosh. But she shows me everything. And even your grandmother. Do you have a piece of her jewelry? Like, I don't know if it's rosary beads or a necklace, but I want to say jewelry. Like something tangible you can hold.
I don't necessarily have jewelry, but I have like a sweater of hers and some slippers.
Something tangible. Okay. It's something that I wear. It doesn't feel like it would. I said rosary because that's just like an item. It's not like jewelry you can wear. You know what I mean?
I do have a rosary that I wear a lot though.
What?
Yeah.
Tamara, she's with you, honey. Rosary is not a word I normally say.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah.
At all. It's not a word that's normally in my vocabulary. It's nothing against rosaries. I think they're gorgeous. Some of them are stunning. Oh my God. Especially the pearl ones. Oh.
Yeah.
Is it a pair like that? Like really, really beautiful?
Yeah, it's like a wooden kind of rosary.
But why do I feel, is it like antique?
Yeah, I mean, I've had it for a while, yeah.
Okay. Did you get it from her?
No, but I got it from our side of the family, and she used to tell me how beautiful it was.
Okay. Was she really religious?
Yes.
Yes. All right. Honey, she's showing me white roses. She's completely at peace. She went home. That's all. I mean, you know what that means. She went home to the Lord. Like, she is so at peace. She extends white roses. She wasn't scared of death at all. She was not scared. She literally looked at it as she was going home to be with the Lord. Like, that's how she looked at it. I'm like quoting her. That's what she said. I went home to be with the Lord.
Yeah, she was ready. She was 93, so.
Oh, bless. Oh my gosh, what a long and beautiful life. Absolutely wonderful. That still does not, though, take away from your loss. It still can be hard. You know what I mean? Even if they were like 130, it doesn't matter. They're still our loved ones. We would still rather have them here. Going to your tarot cards in regards to your relationship, only because I want to make sure I do both for you. It's not like an on again, off again situation, is it?
Yeah, kind of it is. I mean,
okay. The reason why I ask, because let me explain, I don't like playing feed the psychic or feed the medium. That's why it's not to be rude or because I don't want you part of the reading. I definitely do want to engage and speak with you. I just don't want you to tell me anything that I could say. You know what I mean?
I get it.
That's why it's like, please don't think I'm cutting you off or being rude. That's not it at all. The Queen of Wands is your first card. Sometimes you feel empowered. Sometimes you're in love. Sometimes there's that passion. But then you have that indecisiveness and you kind of question things because your next card was the Two of Swords. That's going to refer to going back and forth about something. Is it real? Is it not? Do I want this? Do I not? And that back and forth. Third card was the Knight of Swords. That's going to refer to knee-jerk reactions. You guys got to get on the same page if you're going to make things work. I don't say that's to be brutal or to be blunt. It's just going to be facts. Yeah. If you guys want it to work out for the long run and really play the long game, you guys are both going to have to engage and literally like move through life as a team. Sometimes you guys look at each other as opponents in a ring, and you can't do that. And it's not to say that anything physical is involved, but is he a little immature?
He's not immature. He's just very, I guess you would say, avoidant. He's very emotionally detached.
But why do I feel like he's got this air of like and I'm not trying to badmouth your love. I am not. But why do I feel like not arrogance, but this like selfishness? And that could be avoidance that comes off as selfishness because say, for instance, and he's just in his phone and you're sitting next to him and you want his attention, but instead his face is planted in his phone. That's what I'm talking about when I say selfish. Just that tonalization of I'm going to do what I want to do and it's okay if you're in the room, but you do your own thing. That.
Yeah, that's pretty much spot on.
Yeah, like I said, and the final card was the Nine of Pentacles. That's going to refer to the start of long-term stability. That is going to be only if, and I'll pull a couple extra cards, love. But you guys got to start acting logically if you guys are going to be and work on the same page. Like that has to be first and foremost. You know, you got to have positive expectation. Has this been going on for a while?
Yeah, I mean, we've been together 5 years.
What's the connection to the number 8?
The number 8?
Could be the month of August or the 8th of a month.
October, like we started talking like October 8th, like around October 8th, 5 years ago, actually.
Really? Oh my God. See, well, definitely remember those times. Try to get back to that moment, okay? Because that's going to be of the utmost importance. Remember why you guys fell in love. Sometimes when you're with someone for a long time, that can be really easy to forget. And that's when we got to snap ourselves and be like, hey, you know what? Don't get me wrong. If it is a toxic situation, I'm not the type of reader to be like, yeah, stay. No. No, I'm not for that. I'm not going to be like, oh, they're going to change. No, they're not. They're actually not. But in this situation, it's just communication. Can I ask your zodiac signs, yours and his?
Mm-hmm.
What are they? What are your zodiac? Like, The zodiac signs?
We're both Taurus.
Oh, love, no wonder. You're both stubborn.
Yeah.
Honey, that's okay. Well, with you both being Earth, that's a good thing. That is a good thing. At least you're not fire and water or a combination like that. Because then, things really could get bad. But with the two of you being a Taurus, that isn't bad. You guys can work on a solid foundation. You guys are both Earth signs. You know, sometimes, and I'm not dissing Taurus. My mom was a Taurus. So I love that sign. I think they're headstrong. I think they're strong-willed. I think they have an incredible work ethic, like one that you've never seen. Like, what? I don't have to tell you. You are one. But
it's very true. It's very
true.
true.
When you have two in a romantic relationship, it can be hard because then you guys are going to have that power struggle because you guys are both dominant signs. And you're the same sign. So it's going to be that power struggle. All that means is you guys need to work a little bit extra on making sure you have that communication piece. That's all that means, love. That's it. It doesn't mean that you guys are doom and gloom. No, that's not it at all. I'm telling you, everything is going to be fine. You just have to want it and you have to work for it and you have to be in agreement.
Makes sense. Makes a lot of sense.
Oh, Tamara, I'm so glad. Love, please, if you can, follow me on Facebook. I would love an update. My page is Tarot Readings by Jean Rose. Yes, I would love to hear from you and hear how you are doing and just get an update on the situation. I would love it.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely will. And thank you for your reading. I greatly appreciate it.
Oh, honey, you are so welcome. You're more than welcome. Take care, and I hope you have a beautiful new year.
You do the same thing. And here's to the full moon.
Yes, happy full moon. It's in Leo, too, tomorrow, so I'm excited.
That's crazy.
Yes.
You have a good night, okay?
You too. Thank you. Bye-bye. Guys, oh my gosh, our second caller. Let's do our second follower request. Okay, we're going to do Kristen from Maine. Yes. And guys, in all transparency, I do know Kristen. She is one of my friends. However, it is about a situation that I do not know. I do not know about the situation. It is about a new adventure for her and her family. So I'm really excited to be reading on it for her. Her question was, will everything work out in our favor for the move? Right? So let's see. Let's see. Oh my gosh. Ooh, look at that shuffle. And oh my God, you know what? I'm not even going to move it. Look, Kristen, I know you're watching the Chariot. All about a move. All about him. I love when the cards are fire, guys. I'm telling you, I feel bad for people that are scared of tarot. I really am. I feel bad for them. They don't know what they're missing. First card was the 10 of Swords. This is going to relate to the past. Reason why I say that is because, not for nothing, but you and your boo have suffered enough disappointment and just getting the door slammed in your face. You've suffered enough no's. The heartbreak is over. The disappointments are done. They're done. Third card was the Star. That's going to refer to a hope, wish, and dream coming true. Obviously, the move is going to be a huge dream that comes to pass. I'm so excited for you guys. Fourth card was the 8 of Cups, and that's about leaving old things behind. It is. It's all about that. The final card was the World, which is all about opportunities. Kristen, oh my God, I have to pull them. Oh, honey, yes. Oh my God, it is serving. The cards are serving. They are. You just got the Hangman reversed. That's going to talk about a situation not being in limbo. So while it might have, because any move is going to be stressful, while it might have its ups and downs, just know overall everything is going to work out awesomely. Okay? I don't say seamlessly because moving is stressful, but things will go well. They will. Overall, you guys are going to end up in the new place and all will be great. Okay? Guys, you can, if you like my style of reading especially, you can contact me. I am on, you know what? I'm not even going to shuffle it. Why am I shuffling these? I was going to act like we were doing another reading. I'm acting like I'm in one of my lives. You can follow me on Facebook. My page is Tarot Readings by Jean Rose. I do offer private sessions, private tarot readings, as well as private mediumship sessions. I would love to work with you or one of the members of your family. I do read for families. That is always fun. You guys take care. Have a wonderful night. Have a beautiful week, and all be blessed. Thank you all so much for tuning in and joining me this evening. I'll see you guys next week. Take care. Bye.
To A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV and Lightning Television. Welcome. Time for Welcome Your Woo with psychic Sarah Jane. Sarah Jane. Live from SarahJanePatton.com. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is Welcome Your Woo on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Well, hello. Welcome to Welcome Your Woo with Psychic Sarah Jane, you guys. I am Sarah Jane, host of this amazing show that I have every Wednesday night, where intuition, energy, and the mystical world comes together to guide you through life's most profound experiences. Thank you so much for tuning in to receive intuitive insights, spiritual guidance, and conversations that will open your heart and mind. So this evening, you guys, let's just have some conversations around what's happening in the collective. I want to talk a little bit about some of my own experiences, because the one thing that I do know about myself is that I'm a way shower. And what does that mean? It means that often I go through experiences before the collective energy does, and I get to come talk about it and share my experience so that you can prepare yourself for whatever challenges perhaps may be coming in as well. And one of the things that I'm seeing as we're kind of moving through this energy of the new year is for a lot of people, there's a lot of story coming up around our worthiness, our ability to receive, and our beliefs around money. So if you could close your eyes for a moment and imagine having all of your deepest desires and dreams come into fruition and manifest this year, what would that look like for you? What would it feel like? And can you take a moment to create that in your imagination? Your imagination is the #1 tool in your toolbox for accessing your psychic abilities and manifesting the deepest desires of your heart. When you can go into your imagination and create an image and an experience of what it would look like if you manifested your deepest desires, you're more likely to actually bring that to fruition and create it. And so there will be challenges that you perhaps are facing as you move through this year, and the challenges around your money beliefs may be surfacing. I myself have had this come up. So we get programmed as small children based on the projections of other people around our money beliefs and what that is. And if you can look at money as a energetic exchange, money is just energy, it will shift the way you experience money. But as a child, when we're growing up and we're experiencing all of those different projections from other people, like I will use this as an example. One of the things that I came into my awareness, I think it was 2021, I was sitting there one day realizing that the biggest limiting belief that I had ever projected onto my children was that money doesn't grow on trees. And it hit me. I was like, oh my goodness, that's a limiting belief. Money does grow on trees. Money is accessible and available to us everywhere. And those limiting beliefs that we have, because we had other people telling us that we had to work really hard to receive money, that we had to be not like we block our receive by like not accepting gifts from people. I always say that's how we rob people of giving, when we don't allow them to buy us dinner. Has anyone ever offered to pay for your dinner and you didn't let them and you argued about it? I have totally done this, but did you know that when you argue with someone who wants to pay for something for you about doing it, that you're blocking your receive and your abundance from flowing to you? So that's the invitation for you this week, is to practice receiving. So how can you go through your week paying attention to where you're blocking your receives? I'm actually doing like this money goal challenge with a woman named Kyra Casey, and I highly recommend checking her out. Just look up her name online, you'll find her. But she has a money program that has been very transformational for myself. And anytime I do something, I like to share it with other people. So go check that out. But in what ways this week, as you move through your experiences, how can you allow yourself to receive? This can be as simple as receiving compliments as well. Have you ever had someone compliment you on your shirt and you dismissed it because you got it on the clearance rack at Target? Like, that is another way we also block our receives. So if you can allow yourself to receive the compliment instead of dismissing it and say, thank you, I received that. Even place a hand on your heart if you need to support your experience, because it'll bring mindfulness to it. And sink into the gratitude when they're wanting to give to you, and allow yourself. Receiving can feel really uncomfortable at times. It can make us really squirmish. However, if we're constantly dismissing the compliment or arguing with the person that wants to pay for our bill, or not accepting someone else's offer to take out the trash, whatever it may be, we are blocking our abundance and our ability to receive and manifest. So that is your encouragement for the week, is to go practice receiving. We will go ahead in just a moment and take our first caller here. I'm going to do some card pulls, and perhaps this person maybe want to look at what their money is telling them this year. So let's go ahead and welcome Laura in Somersworth, New Hampshire.
Hello, hello.
Well, how are you? Thanks for being here this evening.
I'm doing all right. How about yourself?
I am doing fantastic. I am just doing some card pulls over here. And do you go by Laura? Am I saying it right?
Laura.
Laura, got it. So, okay, well, really quick. I am doing some card pulls, but I'm focusing on, I was kind of like looking at this theme of money and abundance. And would you like me to pull and see what your outlook for your financial outlook for 2025 is? Or if you have a specific question you would like to ask me, you may do so.
I usually like to ask whenever I get a reading is, what is it I need to know? But yeah, finances wouldn't hurt. Whatever you feel up to.
Okay, how about we do this? How about we just do general overall, and then we'll pull on your finances and see what comes up.
All right, sounds good.
All right, so let's just see what is the message for you today. So I have what I call my walking oracle. She's my little 7-year-old, and she just popped in here. So Laura, she only does that usually whenever there's something that attracts her to the energy. So perhaps there's something that's with you that's calling her here. All right. So overall messages here for you, Laura. The first card that you got tonight was Warrior Woman. Have you answered your deepest calling? So that's the question for you that's coming up right now, that Spirit's really asking you, like, are you living your purpose? Are you doing what makes your heart pitter patter? And if you're not, in what ways can you step into being in a higher, more alignment with your higher calling of what you feel like what's that what's that longing inside of you that you feel called to do? Not for you to answer to me, just for you to like really think about, because that's what's being called for you for this year, is to really step into your higher purpose. And then I was going to say, and get aligned with what you want to do, but that's the next card you actually have, is align your life. So what is not aligned or needs to change? So is there a way to take inventory of perhaps your life and what you have going on, and see what areas can you perhaps do some tidying up or cleaning up? Where can you release more? Is there clutter in your house that you can let go of to create space to welcome in the new? Perhaps it's even relationships. If there are people that are draining you, that are taking more than they're giving, and the reciprocity is not in balance, then are there people that you need to kind of let go of and release to also create space to let new people in who are more aligned with your life? So those are just some things to look at. The next one you have is you got the protection card. Call back your power, cut the cords, and soul retrieval. What I'm getting from this is, I don't know if this resonates with you or not, Laura, but like, if you're a highly sensitive empath, if you feel the energies of other people when you walk into spaces, or ever feel anxious when you walk in, protecting your energy will be really important for you. And when you ground and protect your energy and you walk into those spaces, it will keep you from absorbing the energy of other people and taking on what is not yours. What happens is sometimes we take on that energy and then we get home and we're like, what's wrong with me? Like, your mood changes, you shift. And what can happen is you can be absorbing the energy of other people, and then it's hard to differentiate between yours and what's everyone else's. Boundaries are also super important. So if you can create boundaries that help maintain your personal peace, I'm being told that that will be supportive to you as you move through this year as well. Any questions around those cards?
Nope, that's pretty on point. I ground, clear, protect often, so.
Yes, keep doing that. Keep doing that. As the energy in the collective changes, it's going to become important. I keep telling people, and I teach classes on this because of how important it is. What I've been telling people, Laura, is practice it as much as you brush your teeth. Like, make it as normal and routine as brushing your teeth, because we usually remember to do that every day.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I pulled a couple more cards for you. You got Sisterhood of the Rose, Beauty and Devotion, Priestess, Mystic, or Teacher. If there is something you've been contemplating learning, this is your sign to go ahead and pursue that. Start just playing with your curiosity, expanding or learning or growing into some type of area or field. Maybe it is even a healing modality of some type that you're curious about, but this is your indication that that you are being called to like open up that expansion of learning if you feel called to do so. You also got Keepers of the Earth. You are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand by your side. So the reminder here for this card is to let you know that you do have a spirit team here to support you, Laura, and they are with you at all times. So at any point that you need support, you can call on them, but just remember you have to ask them to support you. They won't chime in unless you ask, because they won't violate your free will.
Mm-hmm. Well, with you.
All right. So I'll ask a few questions really quick and see what we have in regards to your finances for the year. Okay. First one you got is share your voice. Come out of the cave, persecution and expression. So as far as when it comes to your finances, this is really interesting to get this card. And the reason I say that is because, are you familiar with the chakra system?
Yes.
Okay. So the throat chakra is connected to your sacral through the vagus nerve. And so when you express yourself authentically and when you speak your truth, you're more likely to manifest because you're activating your sacral when you are using your voice. So this is your calling to speak your truth and express yourself as authentically and as much as you can. It may even be a practice. If you've been biting your tongue, I'm being told it's time to no longer bite your tongue, that when you speak your truth, you're going to manifest more. So this will be beneficial to your financial outlook for 2025 if you can really work on opening that throat. Then this is great. The next card you have is birthing a new age, birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. And this card is just telling you that if you do start really dreaming what you want to create, Laura, you will manifest your deepest desires. So using your imagination to go in, it's just like I was talking at the very beginning of this call. I'm not sure if you could hear as I was speaking, but I was talking about how, like, if you can close your eyes and dream those desires and really embody the emotion and see yourself as if they've already happened, your subconscious doesn't know the difference and it will begin to manifest in your life. So this is just calling you, like, the more that you can dream, the more you will manifest. Oh, sis. This is amazing too. So the last card that you got to close this out in regards to your finances and what to expect, you got the leap card, and it says you go first. The universe will catch you. You go first, right? The universe will catch you. And what this card is telling you, as far as it goes around your finances, is letting go of those old stories, remembering you're totally worthy of living an abundant, prosperous life, and that it's not hard to obtain or achieve it. And when you leap and you surrender all of that energy into the universe and allow yourself to just be fully caught and trusted that the universe will carry you, you will get to experience all of that. It becomes a mindset and a practice. So if you can just practice, you will actually be able to create the things that you're desiring and wanting to bring into your life, Laura. Like, this looks like to be a good year for you, as long as you're really practicing on what you want to create and bring in.
Wonderful, wonderful. All right. Thank you very much for that reading. I have a lot more clarity.
All right. I'm so glad that was helpful. If you would like to learn more about me, just check me out at sarahjanepatton.com. I would love to connect more with you.
Lovely. All right. Have a good night.
You too. All right. Up next, we have Rosalind in Richmond, Virginia, joining us.
Hi.
Hey, Rosalind. How are you?
I'm well. How about yourself?
I'm doing well. I am pulling cards tonight, doing kind of just overall general card pulls and looking at our financials for 2025. Is that okay with you, or do you have a specific question or topic that you'd like to dive into?
No, that's totally okay.
Okay. Well, I'm going to pull some cards, just kind of see what the overall message is for you. I'll do 3 cards for that, and then we'll look at your financial outlook for 2025.
Okay.
Okay. So, Rosalind, the first card you got is Soul Family. Call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. So if you have been feeling isolated, or if you've been feeling like you've been carrying, I'm seeing like perhaps even weights on your shoulder, like you've just been carrying a big load and it's feeling overwhelming. Spirit's just reminding you to call in your people that can support you. Sometimes we forget to ask Spirit to send us those that can help us, or we forget to call in our tribe. There may be people that you don't align with anymore that aren't going to keep going with you into this next phase of your life. Don't be afraid to release those. I was just saying this before, like I talk about this a lot. We have to be okay with releasing people so that we can create the space to welcome in the new. And sometimes we stay in relationships out of obligation, but I'm just being reminded to tell you that you don't have to stay in a relationship or a partnership or a friendship if it doesn't feel good or it's not aligned for you anymore. But call in your soul tribe so that you do have that support and the people there to, that you want to have with you along your journey. The next card you have is the ever unfolding rose, cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. So this may be a year that you dive into your inner work, or maybe perhaps you've already been doing some of that. I am hearing some acknowledgement for just the work that you kind of have done already, but don't be surprised if 2025 becomes a year of massive healing for you. Releasing like anything from the past, whether it's in this lifetime or past lives that are no longer serving you. This will be a time for you to really crack yourself open. And when you do this work, it's going to be an expansion of your heart and will allow you to love deeper and bigger and receive more, is what I'm being told. The next card you have is, go ahead.
I'm sorry, I'd say it's kind of resonating, so I'm sorry.
Good.
You can go ahead.
I'm kind of resonating. The next card you have is take a break. And it says a life's work, not a season, and get off the treadmill. So I've been talking about this treadmill for a minute. Some of us feel like, or we also call it like the hamster wheel, where we are like, I always say the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. And what happens is we get caught in these cycles and we get on the treadmill or we get on the hamster wheel and we just keep running and running and running. And then we exhaust ourselves and we expect a different outcome, but we keep having the same thing happen. So this is your opportunity to break those cycles, to get off the treadmill, to say, I'm going to do something different. Even if it means driving a different direction to work, walking a different path in the grocery store, or really shifting something massive within your life to help you create just new perspectives. When you shift into new ways of being, when you get off of the treadmill or off the hamster wheel, it allows you to have new perspectives, to see things from a different view. And when you have new perspectives, you have new awarenesses, and then you can shift into new ways of being. So also taking the break is the reminder for you here, Rosalind, is to make sure that you're filling your cup and giving from your overflow. So we've been taught backwards. We've been taught to go take care of all the responsibilities, the house, the partner, the kids, the job, all the things, and to take care of us last. But what if you took 2025 to shift that and start taking care of all of Rosalind first, filling your cup and then giving from your overflow? It will then allow you to be there for the people that need you without you feeling exhausted, stretched thin, and stressed out.
It definitely resonated. I'm going through situations now where I feel, overwhelmed.
Yes. So I'm being told some deep breathing and just coming back to the present moment will help support any stress that's coming up. I don't know if Care Bears mean anything to you, but I'm seeing like Care Bears around you. And I feel like this is someone in spirit that's sending this to you as a sign. And what I tell people is if it doesn't resonate right now, it's okay. Just put it in your back pocket. You got the card Inner Temple, Devotion, tune into the portal of your heart. So really listen to your heart right now, Rosalind. That's what's being called for, is listening to your heart. All right, I'm going to go through here and I'm going to check out your financial outlook for 2025. If you're good with that, I'll pull some cards on that. All right, let's see. You've got 3 cards here. The first one we have is, this is funny because 2 of the cards that I just pulled, the person before you got the same cards. So the first one you got was leap. First, the universe will catch you. So this is very true, right? If you want to really manifest your deepest desires, this is where you can do that, is by like creating, like I was just talking about this earlier, like creating in your mind what you want to manifest. But if you take the leap, you have to trust that the universe will catch you. Spirit and your team will never fail you. The next card you got is Share Your Voice, Come Out of the Cave, Persecution and Expression. So this is your time to really speak your truth. I was explaining that in the chakra system, the throat is connected to the sacral. The sacral is your core of creation and where you manifest from. And when we, the vagus nerve is how we activate the throat and the connection to the sacral. And if you really want to manifest your deepest desires, start speaking them out into the world. Creating a vision board is something that will be supportive to you, is what I'm being told. And making sure that you're really speaking your truth and your authentic expression. When we express ourselves authentically, that is when we are in our highest vibrational frequency. Then the last card that you have is Get Grounded. Empaths, highly sensitives, connect to nature. So go inward and meditate is what I'm being told. And grounding will be super important for you because sometimes we can get anxious, and that can prevent us from manifesting or bringing money in when we're not completely grounded into our energy. So that will be supportive to you as you move through 2025. I think that overcoming the past probably limiting beliefs will be something that you can work through this year and start bringing in more financial abundance for your life. I feel like you'll take a turn, probably some shifts will happen in April, and then I'm seeing again sometime in August.
Okay.
All right. So Rosalind, thank you so much for being here. Please check me out on my website if you would like to see more of my work, and I would love to connect with you again soon. Best wishes for you in 2025, my friend.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a good night. All right, you guys, that's a wrap for tonight's episode of Welcome Your Woo. I hope that you've had fun hanging out with me this evening, and I will be back here next week at 9 p.m. Central, 10 Eastern. Until then, you can check me out on my Facebook page at Welcome Your Woo with Psychic Sarah Jane, or my website, sarahjanepatton.com. I am offering $150 sessions right now for the next 90 days as I conquer 90 sessions in 90 days. So make sure you check that out too. I will see you guys next week. Bye for now.
Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, Enlightening Television. Welcome. Time for the Hallie Elise Show with Hallie Elise. Hallie Elise. Live from HallieElise.com. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, ask1radio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is the Hallie Elise Show on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Welcome, everyone. As always, I am delighted and excited to be here. I was trying to think beforehand as to what I wanted to share with you today, and I was thinking about something that I shared in a group earlier, and that was you can begin your day with intuitive queries, meaning you don't have to go to a psychic, you don't have to go to someone who specializes in the expertise of understanding the metaphysics and intuition. You yourself have intuitive abilities. I'm sure at some point you had that inkling about, you thought about someone and then all of a sudden the phone rang and it was them. Or you had hoped that something would fall into place and it seemed to magically fall into place, even though it was something that you would never normally think about. These are, some people like to say, intuitive hits. I think a better term is inklings. And everybody has that ability. But you can magnify that by asking yourself questions, beginning with the morning, as in, I'd like to know, what is it that I can do to really get to my goals? Or how would I benefit as well as help others today? Now, I'm just giving kind of a brief idea, but it comes down to you thinking in terms in respect to what it is that you desire for you. For instance, within your business, if your desire is to maximize and impact, then pose a question about that. Just simply get quiet for a moment. Don't be running around with the dog and the cats and the birds, and you can tell I'm an animal person, right? But make sure the kids aren't in the room screaming and the TV's not on, and just sit for a moment and go, and then pose your question. You can ask it out loud or you can ask it within. And then just allow whatever shows up to show up. Hear it. Listen to it, even if it seems something preposterous. So for instance, if you say, what is the best way for me to make connections today? And you're thinking you're supposed to go to a business meeting, or perhaps you're going to a mommy and me play opportunity. And you hear in your head, go to the beach. You're thinking, what? Why would I go to the beach? I have this meeting I'm supposed to be at. Just allow yourself to listen because there's guidance there. Try it. I think you'll be happy you did. All right. We have Linda from Winnipeg. Hi, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing very well, thank you. Did you have a specific question for this evening?
Yes, I want to know if I have a future with the person I'm seeing right now, if it's going to go anywhere.
Okay, I got a gulp in my throat there, visible gulp. Oh, I would love to say absolutely yes. However, the feeling is it's very tentative right now, not on your end, on their end. And the word space comes to mind, as if there needs to be some space created between the two of you to allow them to recognize that there is something they see and that it can blossom into something, versus there being something that they thought they saw and feeling overwhelmed. Because that's the sense that I'm getting, that they are feeling overwhelmed. Have they said anything to you about that? Because it really is that sense of like, oh my gosh, there's just so much.
It's possible, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I could see that almost.
Allow yourself to say to them whatever you need to say, but do it from the perspective of, I enjoy our time together. I find that I smile more when we chat. Think in terms of the things that you have done so far, even if it's limited to just conversations. What is it about the conversation that makes you feel good? Share that versus I'm looking towards the future and I would need to know information right now. Now, asking me is fine, obviously, but you want to kind of give them, again, the word space comes in, them a little space and time to really assimilate what they're feeling. Because again, I come back to a sense of overwhelm with feelings, overwhelmed with what's going on in their world and their responsibilities. I get that February is actually going to be a better month for you and that this individual is still there in your world, though it has to be taken a bit slower than what it's been the last couple of weeks even. It just, I keep getting, I'm going to use the words pressure, overwhelm. Not being able to be clear. Does that make sense?
Yes, yeah, it does. It does. It makes a lot of sense.
Okay. So if you're able to create a little space, like I said, and make the communication so that it's about the enjoyment and not about specific plans for your future, then they have a moment to actually assimilate how they're feeling. And then that opens the door to potential for more.
Okay. Thank you. I'll keep that in mind.
All right. Thank you so much for calling this evening.
Thank you very much. Have a good night.
You too. What I was saying earlier before Linda phoned was that we have to listen to our own intuition. Please remember that. I'm happy to answer you, of course, though you have good instincts. Learn how to discern between an intellectual thought, a worrisome thought, and an intuitive thought, and you will find that life gets easier. I believe we have Melinda on the phone from Sydney.
Hi.
Hello.
How are
Hi.
you?
I'm good. Oh, I love your accent.
Thank you for this. I don't think I have one, but thank you.
Well, here in the U.S., to my ear at least, I hear it.
Yeah, exactly. And yours to mine also. Thank you for this blessing. I really appreciate it.
Oh, my pleasure. Do you have a specific area of focus for this evening?
I just think I'll leave it to the universe. There's too many questions I'd have, so hey, it'll only tell me, I suppose, what's most important, or if pop comes through, well, I'll leave it to you on your magic.
Okay, perfect. Now, it's interesting because you're in Australia, but I keep hearing UK. Do you have some roots connected to the United Kingdom as far as like England and that general vicinity by any chance? Because I keep getting a pull towards that area. And if the answer is no, then there's something. Okay, then there's something that is going to come up here, I'd say pretty close, because the way it feels, I'd say within the next 3-4 months, connected to the UK. I feel that it's something positive. And for some reason, the overall impression is somehow it's connected to your mom. And this could be that there's something rooted in her background that either hadn't been discussed or is just coming to the surface. And there's a conversation, but I get something, again, kind of connected to the UK. Again, very positive. Just kind of keep it in the back of your head if you don't know exactly what that is. Okay, that's the first thing that pops up. The other thing that pops up is middle neck all the way down to upper middle back. There's some discomfort there, feeling as if, oh my gosh, it's the beginning of the new year and you're carrying too many things on your shoulders. Please start saying.
that is very true. Yeah.
Please start singing the word no once in a while. Yes, you may be an incredible person with superpowers to manifest all sorts of things and make things happen for other people. And you have a big heart and you want to make things happen. And yet you got to save a little energy for you. So remember the word no. And it doesn't have to be no, I'm not interested. It has to be no, not in this moment. Or perhaps, no, I need to think about it. Or no, I'll get back to you. Just think about implementing the word no. It is important. Okay, I'm going to go back to the physical body for a minute, and I will preface that obviously I have no medical training. You just need to know what I'm picking up is sensory. And my experiences throughout the last 40, 50 years have been pretty accurate. Pay attention to any discomfort that seems to come up right underneath the breastbone or in the mirrored area around the back, because I keep getting something here.
I know what that is. Yes, definitely know what that is. It needs attention. Yes.
Okay. So
yes.
Please follow through with that because it feels important. It shouldn't be put aside for everything and anything else.
I know. It's just the universe through, my car being written off, me having to move, and all this crazy stuff. And I'm alone doing it. So, yeah.
So you're doing so much of it on your own.
But it's coming. It's my priority. Yes, it is very uncomfortable.
Okay. So even with that, if you're going to have to lift things yourself, think about lifting closer to the body versus further out. I feel like that could be your saving grace there, as well as bend at your knees, not at your hips. You're putting too much pressure on the that I'm talking about, all right? And this is something that you can do at least until you give it proper attention, which would be actually getting checked from the doctor. As to your move, even though there's been strife connected to it, my heart tells me this is going to be good in the end. Even though, again, it feels like it's being done to you, it's actually being done for you. The universe wants you to be in a different position, where you are in more possession of what takes place in your world, where you have a bit more control of what's going on, where you can dictate better for yourself. So this move, even though, again, it's arduous, it's strenuous, and it's like physically and emotionally, and yet when it's done, it's the right move. And I feel like there's been this whole debate in your head over feeling so stressed about having to do it and not feeling ready and not wanting to. And there's a lot of knots in there. But physical and emotional.
It's just every roadblock possible, I've gotten it. And now I'm on a timeline. It's sort of like if I don't get it the rest out, it's lost. Right. And I'm panicking. And it puts me in freeze mode, which does the opposite.
Have you yet called either the local church or synagogue and asked them for help, even if you are not a congregant? And if you haven't, it doesn't feel like you have, it would be a good idea to reach out. I feel as if there are people that will volunteer that will help you, but you have to ask. And that's part of the problem. You want certain individuals to show up for you and they're not, which means you're not asking for help elsewhere.
Yep.
It puts you in a vulnerable position. Right. Please don't think that others are going to think poorly or that it's wrong to ask. It is not wrong. If you show the universe that you're willing to stand up for yourself, things get easier. So get as much done as you can, but please reach out and ask as well. If there is an organization, I don't know if there's something similar in your country, but there's something here called Women in Distress. Oftentimes it's about women that have been battered or abused. However, they have lots of resources for women. It may be if you have something comparable there that you could reach out to them and say, look, this is what I'm going through. I could use an assist. So these are things to consider, because waiting on the folks that you are waiting to see show up is not serving you.
No, definitely not.
This too is the universe's way of saying, please look at this. Be clear with what you're asking for. And with all of this taking place and the transition and stuff as far as income and wellness, oh my goodness, and family that you're considering, you have a lot, really a lot taking place. And yet so much of it goes back to what I said a moment ago, which was remember the word no, because right now, it really does have to be more about what serves you best until you make the move. Once you are fully out, then you can breathe a little. Then you can discern.
I'm actually living the same scenario as I did 5 years ago to the date. Every single bit of it, from the car to the health to the 90-day, notice, the way I've been delayed and everything else that goes with it, exactly the same scenario to the day.
Right. And when that happens, it's similar to when we have a dream during nighttime. Our minds are connected to the universe to give us messages, which is last time, the moves that you made were not the best moves for you. This time, you have an opportunity to make better choices. And this is why I go to saying no. This is why I go to please stop relying on people that are not reliable, not in this context, not in this way. Mm-hmm. It is better to ask for help from people you don't know who want to serve, who want to be generous with time and not be uncomfortable with that, because you do a lot for other people. You often say, oh, well, I'm gonna drop that. And you go and you help somebody else. It's okay to receive. And I feel like this is a big part of why you're going through this again. And as you said, like the same exact steps, it's the universe's way of saying, do it differently. Start putting you first. All the things that aren't going as you would have liked, start looking at it from a different perspective. Instead of like, oh my God, how am I going to get this done? Stop, take a breath and say to yourself, the universe is going to provide and I am going to handle this with ease. You can get very specific with that. The universe is going to provide, and these 3 boxes that I cannot live by myself are going to be taken care of. You see what I mean?
Yes.
As to the car also, it's funny with this because I feel like this is a push so that you let it go, which I know in your head, you're like, no, but I need transportation. It's an idea of go again into a space of, I'm going to have a car that runs well. I'm not, and leave out the not part, but the context of it again, the content is take the not in the sense of it does not become a part of your consciousness. It is not what you're putting out into the world. Instead, what you're putting out into the world is receiving what meets your needs.
Yes, thank you for that. Thank you very, very much. That is an absolute blessing you are. And thank you, universe, for sending you and having this opportunity.
Oh, thank you. Really and truly shift it slightly in your head because you are a powerful creator. And again, this is just a message to do it differently so you can have things the way that you want them to do. So you can feel safe and secure and not be pushed to make another move until you're ready. All right,
this
my friend.
This is so true because I'm just looking at a quote board that I have made out of fence palings. And it says, if you can imagine it, you can create it. If you dream it, you can become it.
And it's very true. The one codicil that I'll add to that is with the imagination, you have to get into the framework of believing that it's there for you, not believing that it's there somewhere out in the cosmos, but believing that it is there for you. And the more that you focus on it, the faster it comes. And again, I just feel like God and the universe are saying, come on, you are capable and you are a very strong creator, but you've been putting your energy into other situations and other people's attention versus on your own.
I'm adding to that quote, and at the end, can become it, believe it.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, exactly.
You're beautiful. Thank you. Thank you for this blessing. I really needed it. It's actually like taken a big weight off my shoulder, and I've taken a breath. Thank you.
And really, just a reminder that taking that breath and actually affirming that the universe is providing and thinking about your outcome that you want versus the stress that's involved. If you do that like once an hour, watch what happens. It becomes magical.
Thank you so much. I'll give you a universal hug at the moment.
Oh, thank you so much. Take good care.
You've been a blessing. Thank you. You don't realize how much you've relieved me. I really appreciate you. Accurate. So accurate in what I'm feeling and doing and going through. And yes, you're correct in every possible way. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Take good care. It's going to be good. Just keep your mindset in the right place.
You're the beginning of it. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay. Have a great night,
Lots
hon.
of love and hugs. You too. Blessings.
You as well. All right, then. We really have to focus more on the fact that we all have, I'm going to say, supernatural abilities. And I know a lot of people will say, oh, come on, supernatural. That's kind of pushing it. And yet it's true. Just think in terms of the human body. We know, for instance, that a baby takes a certain period of time to develop in the mother's womb. And we know the process that it goes through to be born. And yet we don't really know what the trigger is. We could approximate, for instance, that the baby will be delivered naturally in X number of months, and then all of a sudden it comes 3 weeks early, or it comes 2 weeks late. We don't know what we don't know. We hear all the time about we use such a minute percent of our consciousness. What if we use more? And that simply means being able to connect with those gifts that we have. Let go of what we think we know, or letting go, of what we think we know based on the structure, the box that we've been neatly put into from the time we're little. You know, don't do this, don't do that. Or you hear how often, oh, come on, that's not going to happen. Other people's perception does not have to be your perception. And what that means is, if you hear something, if you see something, and your first thought is, really? Or why? Or I don't like that. Then immediately come up with something that you do like. For instance, I heard the other day, peanut butter is really bad for you. Most peanut butter has mold in it. I thought, really? I love peanut butter chocolate ice cream. I do. It's my go-to. Either straight chocolate with everything. You know, even chocolate bacon is good. Or peanut butter ice cream just makes me happy. And the thought of saying, I'm never going to eat it again because somebody found scientific evidence that most peanut butter, not peanut butter specifically with ice cream, but peanut butter has mold in it. I would rather sit with it and bless it and invoke a clearing from the divine and ask God and the angels and the universe at large to make this something that I can enjoy. We can do that with everything, not just food. If you're seeing something and it's creating discomfort, the more you focus on it, the more it expands. And science has, in fact, said this is true, that the more we focus on it, the more it expands. What do you want to focus on? Do you want to focus on hearing your intuition better and being guided on a daily basis to have more joy? to have more fulfillment, to know that when somebody says something to you, it is really true or it is not? Or do we want to just keep going around and around and around going, I heard that, it must be true? Learn how to check in with yourself. There is a higher power. There is something divine that we are connected to. You have the capacity to utilize that resource. We're never separate from it. Every religion, to some degree, talks about us being brothers and sisters. And when I was younger, I used to think, really, that's ridiculous. We all come from different parents. Okay, yes, we all hear, that God is our father, or goddess is mother, or God and goddess, and the idea that there are these divine parents, right, that we are supposed to abide by. And that's a really nice thought. And then we say, but we have these physical parents. So what does that mean? It simply means that we're all interconnected at a higher level. Our consciousness is actually divine. When we talk about mind, it's not just brain power. Brain power is important, but mind is consciousness, and it's the brain working in tandem. It's superconscious or higher consciousness that we connect to, which has to do with the right hemisphere of our brain, that part that is creative, that part that's open to the abstract. Because divine information is not understood by the analytical part of our mind. That left hemisphere is about linear thought. It's about things that are concrete and structured and tough. The right side is about more gentility and, again, abstract and music and sweetness. If we learn how to bring the two together, we have the ability to shine in ways that we never thought. Listening to divine inspiration, even when we think it's absurd, always turns out right. It's getting clear and understanding what is, again, intellectual thought, as I mentioned earlier, or worrisome thought, as in the word fear, false evidence appearing real, or thought that is divinely ordained, that connects us with our source, that connects us with that Godhead, with the universe. Each of us come to this world empowered. Each of us come to this world with magic. And I use the word magic not as in pulling a hat out and then a rabbit and a magic wand. I'm talking about the magic of science, the magic of creation, the magic of quantum physics and blessings and spirituality and prayer. They're all interconnected, and they all reside within the microcosm of our mind, our consciousness, our brain, and believe it or not, even in the palm of our hands. This is how people are able to do palmistry. They take a look at the lines in the palms of your hand and relate it to what's out there in the cosmos. Know that you're special. Know that you are gifted. Know that taking a few moments to breathe and get quiet and just asking questions can change your whole world. If you get a chance, pick up my book, Treasures Within, Meditation with a Friend. My friend John Castaghini and I wrote the book way back in 2021. You'll find that there's a lot of exercises in there that really can help you master what's taking place in your world. And if you'd like to reach me, do so at 561-755-2166. I'll be happy to get back to you. I hope you enjoyed this evening and you have a beautiful, blessed night. Thank you.
Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome. Time for Understanding Spirit with Mary Shapano. Mary Shapano. Live from MaryVCircles.com. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is Understanding Spirit on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Understanding Spirit. My name is Mary. I hope you're all doing really well and you've had a good week and ready for the weekend. We will get right into the show, and we will do the 3-card pull as usual. I'll just give you a quick second to see if you feel drawn to card 1, card 2, or card 3. Remember, this is for the collective. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't, okay? And sometimes, things do come up later or they don't make sense straight away, so just see how you feel about it, okay? If you have been drawn to card 1, this is this card here, okay? And it has confusion written on it, and it does have many choices and uncertainties and everything. When I'm holding this card and looking to this card, I just get a feeling that you might need to just sit in appreciation for what you do have, sit in gratitude for a moment, and just think of all the positive things that you do have and what brings you joy in life, and then just allow it to kind of happen. I don't know if somebody is wanting to sort of like really focus on a side hustle or money. I'm just seeing like money raining down. And Spirit are just like, just sit and allow it to just kind of happen, okay? And then you'll have more clarity, I feel. Just kind of release your thoughts rather than trying to, like, what do I do now? Where should I go? What should I, just release for a moment and just allow it to come. And I feel then you'll have more clarity with your vision on what you want, okay, and which direction you should go to. If you've picked card 2 for the collective, your card is Eternal Spirit, which is this one. It has written on it Higher Self and Sacred Intuition. I feel when I'm holding this card that it's time for you to kind of change and kind of step into your light and transmute or transform your weaknesses into your strengths. All right, we all have weaknesses, so just allow what you have as a weakness to just kind of, if you can accept it and see how you can use it as a strength, that will help you to move forward and to also embrace the power that you have in you, and then you'll be able to overcome any obstacles that are coming. Look at everything from a higher place, if you will. Okay. If you've picked card 3 for the collective, your card is Freedom. All right. And it's got written here, moving on, letting go. And I can hear, release and let go. And you don't have to struggle, with fears or challenges in your life. Focus on what you can change and surrender what you can't change, okay? And if you're kind of like handing it over to Spirit to assist you, whether it's your loved ones, your guides, be saying, I don't know the answer for this, so I'm just letting it go, because I feel also that there's maybe some stagnation, or you feel like it's the same thing but different day. So, and you want to move on and you want changes in your life. Okay, I hope that's helpful. My caller is Mandy. Hi, Mandy. How are you?
Hi, I'm well. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Excited to read for you. How can I help you today?
Oh, yes, I was just wanting to see if you can just kind of see what you see for my future, maybe within the next 3 to 6 months.
The next 6 months. Okay. Mandy, have you been trying to manifest different outcomes for yourself? Because I keep getting manifesting around you and trying to make changes in positive thinking and stuff. Does that make sense for you?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. Okay. I'm also, do you have children or you're wanting to have children? Because I'm also seeing children coming up for you. Does that make sense?
I have 3 boys.
Okay, because I'm seeing like you very much sitting as I want to say the Empress, and we have the Empress in the tarot cards, and I'm seeing you very much like that, like very focused on your family and your children, and also, but you are wanting big changes to happen for you, but there is also some anxiety and some fear around that. Before I started the show, I was also starting to feel a bit nauseous, and I had headaches as well. Have you been feeling like that lately?
Yes. Actually, today I left work a little early, migraine.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm not happy that you had that, but it's validation for me. Are you I know you said you've got children, but are you in a relationship right now? Because that's coming up as well for you.
No, I'm currently single.
Okay. You're the person that you were in a relationship last. I feel like that was it should have been your soulmate, but I feel like I want to say like he kind of fell, if you will, like he was meant to be your soulmate, but I feel like he then became your karmic, if that makes sense, where then it was lessons that were going to be learnt from that relationship. Does that make sense for you?
Yes, yes.
Okay. There was a sense of like hopelessness and despair. I don't know. I'm getting like addictions around that relationship. So whether there was like mental health or actual like addictions of thoughts. Yeah, because there was like refusal to change and some real sense of stubbornness, and you had to be very resilient, okay, to create a better situation for yourself. And I am being told that you, at the moment, and where you need to sit in the next several months is to kind of like be where you are in a happy place, right, where you feel supported and comfortable around whatever people that is, family, friends. I also just popped in my head. Have you just changed a job or looking to change jobs by any chance?
I was searching for a job for quite a while, and I found a little job, but I know it's nothing long term. I'm looking for something better.
Okay. Look, Spirit have just made a suggestion for you, and it's up to you whether you accept Spirit's advice. But I just heard the disability sector for you. Have you thought about doing anything like that?
Yes.
Okay, well, that's where you need to go. In the next several months, that's your direction. Okay, it will assist you financially, also find some balance and some inner peace within yourself. It's like Spirit is saying you need to breathe, kind of like calm down and like reset in a way. Okay. And I'm also getting told for you to stand up for your beliefs. All right. And just stand your ground, and that you got to be brave and courageous, and you're a lot stronger than you realize. And I feel like you do think that you're strong because you've gone through a lot, but Spirit are like, you're even stronger. Like there's still some in the tank there for you, Mandy. All right.
Okay.
All right. I'm also being told to tell you that life hasn't passed you by. All right. Life hasn't done like neglected you or like given to others and not given to you. Does that make sense for you?
It does, because I've been struggling with like just feeling something. Like I've been trying to search and do better and work on myself, and I've felt a lot of just dead space. Like I'm not hearing nothing or feeling nothing, and
yeah,
I've kind of stuck right there.
Yeah, but you haven't. There's some I want to say it's like lessons, but lessons sound so harsh because it's like we've done something wrong and we're being kind of like reprimanded, right? And it's not the case. I've got to find a better word. Spirit have got to give me a better word for that, because I feel like you deserve better and I feel like you will get better, but I feel like it's part of your journey at the moment to realize who you are and to take an inward look at yourself. All right. I do feel that if you have a look into the disability sector, Spirit are showing me like a path of light going straight forward. They're going to assist you. Do you have a grandmother or an elderly mother in spirit?
Yes.
Okay, because she has stepped forward for you, all right? And she gave me a message before. Life is not lost, just living on borrowed time. So it's like whatever happens in life is just going to happen, all right? So just make the most of everything. Have you been looking to play card games, or have you played card games? Because she's showing me card games and you just enjoying yourself. Does that make any sense for you?
My grandmother and I were very, very close, and just the visits, going to her house and visits and the talks and the phone calls, just all of that.
Yeah. Well, she just wants you to enjoy yourself, okay, and do things that make you happy as you move forward, all right? And she's just saying little moments of happiness create a happy life.
You're listening to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV and Lightning Television. Welcome. Time for Love Life with Katana Star. Katana Star. Live from katanastar.au. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is Love Life on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hello, everyone. Welcome. I am Katie. I hope everyone's doing well on this Thursday evening in the north and this Friday midday in the south. Beautiful day. Summer's here. We've had lots of rain, which has been nice last night. So I'm going to begin by doing a collective card, as usual, for all those who are listening and watching. And then I'll be taking a caller if we get one through, which would be great. And we'll go from there. I'll sort of fly by the seat of my pants with these things. I don't really plan it. We just sort of see what comes out. All right, here we go. Here's the collective message today. I'm using the Crow Tarot today, one of my favourite decks. This one, if we can see there. I'm using a different camera today too, so I'm a little bit out of whack with it, but I'm getting used to it. I think that was a blessing in disguise last week with the laptop not loading, and I had to quickly use my iPad, and I'm not used to it. It's different, but we'll do the best we can. Here we go. This one wants to come out. This one. Okay. So we've got the 8 of Wands, all right? The 8 of Wands, this is a good one. This is all about news coming in and normally swift news and communication. It could be in the form of messages or emails, and it's normally to do with something you've been waiting on to hear, okay? So whether that's something you've done and you're waiting for approval on that, or if you've been messaging somebody wanting an answer on something, it means that is going to be received and it's going to be coming in. And normally once you've received that message, it means taking action on something. So normally in the sense of good news. So if you've been wanting something or waiting for something to happen, here comes the green light to go for it and to do it. And it's a reminder too to have confidence in yourself. And if you're putting your hopes on others to, for this to happen, if for some reason, whatever the reason is that it's not going to happen yet, it doesn't mean it won't. It means the timing's just not right at this point. But at the moment, this is, pretty positive in terms of, if you're wanting to take action on something, for example, if you're waiting for approval to renovate, or if you're waiting to buy something, or if you're waiting on news for something to that can even be travel, anything that you've had put in place that you want to do and you're waiting for someone else to give that green light, then it's a good sign. And like I said, it's also a reminder to have confidence and to trust that when the timing's right, things will happen and things will come through. And even if it's not right now, it doesn't mean it's not going to happen in the future, not to give up on that hope. I'm going to pull another quick card as well to tie into that. Okay, and we've got the 10 of Cups in reverse here, which is interesting, okay, especially next to the 8 of Wands, all right? Now, the 10 of Cups in reverse normally means some difficult times in the family or with loved ones, okay? So with the 8 of Wands and the 10 of Cups combined, that can normally mean that there's been some bad news on a situation to do with a family member or a loved one, okay? It doesn't mean that it's doom and gloom, because I don't like predicting doom and gloom, and I rarely do, unless, it's something that the quotant wants to know. But, yeah, could be difficult times there, but the 8 of Wands being there shows courage to be able to take action on that and move forward. All right. Now, I have Sarah on the phone. How are you, Sarah?
I'm really good. Hi.
That's great. That's great. I'm well, thank you, darling. So what could I do for you this evening?
Well, I was just trying to gear towards the next major step in my life forward, and wanted to know how that'll come around, if that'll come about.
I just missed that last bit. Sorry. Could you repeat that, please, Sarah? Just the last bit.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. What the next step in my life will be and how that will come about.
The next step in your life and how that will come about? Yep. All right. Yeah. No worries.
All right. I'll focus for you, Sarah. Let's see what the cards have got to say for you. All right, I've got the Queen of Pentacles, I've got the Four of Swords, I've got the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, I've also got the Death card, and I've got the Two of Swords. Big changes, okay? So straight up with the Queen of Pentacles and the Four of Swords, I see here there's going to be a time, Sarah, that for you to do some self-care and healing time, okay, to prioritise yourself physically. Have you been under a lot of stress lately?
Sort of, yeah. I mean, with the end of a relationship.
Yeah, and what that's telling you to do now is take some time for you to focus on your self-care, because with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse here and the Death card as well, I do see possibly a big change in finances for you. Now, that can be career-related, okay? It can also be a health thing. And what it's very much asking you to do, with the Two of Swords here as well, next to the Death card, you're going to be at a crossroads with something, Sarah. You're possibly right there now, and you're struggling to make a decision on something because you're at that impasse and you're just wanting that little bit of guidance. Very, very much what I'm getting is to go back and look at your physical health at the moment, okay, and nurture yourself. Take some time out if you need to rest, okay? And like I said, if it's not a health thing, it could be a financial situation. I mean, the Queen of Pentacles is a very positive card when it comes to, self-nurture and taking care of herself on a physical level especially, but she's also very successful financially. But again, with the Four of Swords there's a need for you to do some self-care stuff, okay, and heal, especially if something stressful recently has happened, which is what I'm picking up on with the Death card there, because death does not mean physical death, okay? So don't let that frighten you. Death means change, means transformation, and often for the best, okay? It can feel painful at the time because it's a bit like the caterpillar going into the cocoon and they burst free as a butterfly. It's that transformation stuff. So if there's a painful situation that I do see presenting itself here, either to do with finances or health, just trust, nurture yourself, go within and do that the Four of Swords stuff where you take care of yourself and nurture and heal, and you'll be okay, all right? You'll transform from that and you'll grow. I'm going to pull you an oracle card as well there, Sarah. Jump in if you like, if you've got another question for me, because I can unpack that a little bit more for you if you like. Sarah.
Is there a relationship on the horizon?
All right. At the moment, I've got the no, not likely, find another way. That just came straight out there, okay? So this is telling you whatever plans you've got at the moment, it's telling you that there's a big fat brick wall there and it's telling you to find another way. Let's have a look. What's that about? All right, the change and transition card is here. Again, massive transformation coming. And here's the Be Positive Yes card. So that's sort of telling me, again, here's the Crossroads card. Like that one's come out again. It's very much you're at a crossroads with something. And what the cards are telling me in a nutshell is if you've got an immediate thought or an immediate plan or an immediate path that you're on at the moment, there's going to be a big fat brick wall. They're telling you that you need to find another way over that wall, okay? I'm going to unpack that one a little bit more. The other cards that came out, like I said, there is a big transformation coming for you, Sarah, but be positive because it's meant to be, all right? I don't know if you can see the screen or not, but these two cards here means there's change, transition, transformation, linking into the Death card with the Tarot. Remember how I was talking about the butterfly? There it is right there, okay? You're gonna transform from this and it's going to be beautiful. So, but it's probably not what you're expecting. And I'm going to ask a little bit more about this brick wall thing. What's this about? Okay, there's good luck. What it's telling me, there's going to be good luck and there'll be a change in your windfall, okay? Good luck windfall, and it might feel as though, right at that moment where you're thinking, oh, God, how can this get any worse or make any sense? You're going to have a change of luck and there'll be that windfall moment there for you. It's going to light the path a bit more for you. You're just going to go have that ding moment and go, yes, this was meant to happen because now I'm able to embrace this opportunity. As mentioned, Sarah, be mindful of your self-care in the meantime. I think, is there a need for you to do some self-pampering, rest if you can? I know it's hard with life being busy and stuff, but try and find that time every day just for you. I'm going to pull out some more cards for you on what you need to know. I've just had a flyer come out, Sarah. You know what? You've got the Eight of Wands, darling, and this is the one that I pulled for the collective message. Okay, so this Eight of Wands is about taking action on news coming in. All right, and when the Ten of Cups in reverse came out as the collective message too, I don't get that so much with your reading, but there could be some family stuff going on for you at the moment too. Let me see, what else do you need to know here? There's the Three of Wands, okay, and the Ace of Wands in reverse. So during this time, Sarah, even though it might be difficult for you, it could be financial related or it could be health related, all right? There's going to be big transformation. You're probably going to lose hope during that time, but keep the faith. Keep the faith that this is meant to be. And the Three of Wands is there, which is showing that your wave will come in, my darling. Your time, it's about timing. This is about timing. And I think with the brick wall being there, maybe you're wanting something to happen at the moment and the timing for whatever reason is just not right, but it's not to say it won't be. It will come in. It's about that patience, I guess, and trying not to give up hope either. With the Ace of Wands in reverse there too, you know, that can often just mean feeling a bit stagnant and lacking a bit of inspiration. You know, there's the King of Wands in reverse as well. And you don't have to answer me, but I'm picking up on a narcissistic energy here, Sarah. So I don't know if you've got a person in your life at the moment with a masculine energy who is a bit of a narcissist and they're throwing your plans a bit out of whack here. I've got 2 minutes left.
Sort of.
Is that making sense for you?
Yeah, it is sort of making sense, yeah. But yes, there was somebody who was rather narcissistic.
Okay. The King of Wands can also be someone who abuses their power and doesn't make decisions fairly. You know, they're more about themselves when it's in reverse anyway. You know, when he's upright, he's very inspiring and, you know, someone who embraces their power in a good way, you know. But this one, being in reverse, that narcissistic person and sort of energy there throwing their power around a bit. Let me see, I'll unpack that a little bit more. So that could be a person in your life or a loved one or a family member even, or it could even be a lack of belief in yourself here. Let's see, let me unpack this a little bit more. Okay, the Devil in reverse. All right, I am getting very much there's movement here. All right, so somebody is overcoming toxic behaviours possibly, or toxic, the Devil in reverse is always normally about, you know, you can see the chains are there. It's about breaking free from these chains. And, you know, and it is very much tied to the energy of the King of Wands. I do see some healing here, all right, and progress with the Chariot. It means overcoming difficulties. Well, this is quite an in-depth reading here for you, Sarah. I could really unpack this deeper, but I have to get going in a second. I've only got 30 seconds left. In a nutshell, ride with that flow, sweetheart. Embrace the transformation that's upon you at the moment. Remember your self-care and try and be positive, okay? And with that sort of, you know, narcissistic energy that I got, like I said, it could be an abuse of power in a situation there too, but you'll overcome that, okay? Especially with the Chariot there and the Devil in reverse. All right, thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Sarah, for letting me do a reading with you. It was an honour, and I will be back same time next week. Let's see. Have a beautiful weekend. Thank you.
#1 psychic radio network and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome. Time for Mystic B Spiritual Insights, hosted by Anna Marie. Live from mystic-b.com. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is Mystic B Spiritual Insight on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the very first episode of Mystic B Spiritual Insights. We are live stream and available by podcast. I'm Anna Marie, your host, and I'm both excited and deeply humbled to connect with you in this space. So thank you very much for joining me. Since it is our first show, I'm going to take a few minutes to share a little bit more information about the format. I'll introduce myself, share some of my philosophy, as well as my approach to the readings and insights that we'll be sharing together. So about this show, this airs weekly. It's going to be the same time, same day. You can watch live, you can tune in via podcast, or just watch a replay on a number of platforms. The show is really designed to uplift, encourage, and support you. So I want this to be a positive experience for everyone. Each episode will feature free live readings, spiritual insights on diverse topics, and I will occasionally include a special guest. Every once in a while, I might host from a different location, so don't get too attached to my plants in the back. But this show really is for you, and your voice does matter to me. So as we go along, if you happen to come up with any ideas, or you'd like to suggest some topics, or just an amazing guest that you would like to see on the show, just visit me at mysticb.com or reach out on Facebook, share your suggestions. I would really love to hear them. I know our time is limited, so just remember, if you don't receive a live reading today, don't be discouraged. You can try again next week. You can book a private session through my Facebook page or mystic-b.com website, but you can also try to connect with another psychic in the network. Rest assured, the perfect moment will come. And in the meantime, just remember, you also have intuition, and the universe is always speaking to you. You just need to listen. So I know we have Michelle, Honolulu, Hawaii. She'll be joining. Hi, Michelle. How are you?
Hi, I'm great. Thank you. Thank you.
I would love to be of assistance and support you today. Tell me, are you open to just a general reading, or do you have a specific question that you would like us to cover?
Whatever messages you want to give me.
Okay, well, let's kind of just do something general. I use a number of different tools to connect with intuitive messages and insights. And just give me a second here. I know you're in Hawaii, so that feels good. It's a little earlier in the day for you than me, so hopefully you're still getting a nice sunset.
Oh, yes, it's coming.
Good. Well, I feel like, Michelle, I sense that your life is actually going pretty well right now. It feels like you've got just some professional security and things kind of under your belt, that you've established a reputation for yourself, that you are known for good work that you do. But it sounds like you're waiting for some sort of news or message to come in. Does that make sense for you?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to say this message feels like it's something that you're waiting for in writing. It may have to do with another job opportunity. Are you looking for something else professionally to do?
Yeah, yes, you hit it. Yes.
Okay. So just on the message, I will say that I think there's a lot of competition for what you're pursuing. And it feels like there might even be someone that you know that is also pursuing the same role or opportunity. Does that make sense for you?
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's just okay. I mean, it's
It
a
just feels
general
like you might know
job with
something.
hundreds of.
So it sounds like not only is there a lot of competition, but it sounds like you may know someone that is also interested in that opportunity. So what I'm really seeing here, one, is what's most important is that you stand your ground. Okay. This is a situation where you will not benefit as much by pulling back or being humble. So this is a time really to just step forward in confidence, show your voice, let your expertise be known. Just don't shy away from the opportunity.
Okay.
Let me look just a couple more things here. Does this require some travel for you, this opportunity that you're looking at?
Yes.
Okay. It looks like it, and I know you're in Hawaii, but I feel like it's travel by water. So I don't know also if you would have to come back to the States for something. It doesn't feel like it's local travel. It actually feels like it would be something more significant than that. So more travel, say, outside of the state of Hawaii. But it does look like you have it looks like you have a great opportunity to get this locked down. I will say, I think it's really going to depend on just how forceful you are in putting yourself out there. So be courageous, be confident, embrace your skills and your talents, and don't shy away from it. But I do see some sort of negotiations happening for you with a new professional opportunity.
Oh, that's great. My thing is it's a airline position. I've been a flight attendant for quite a few years, but I've been in the hotel industry for the past over 2 years now. But this other opportunity is not I've been a flight attendant, so this one is not a flight attendant. It's customer service.
But I still feel there's travel.
Yeah, there's training. There's training. There's training involved, which is in the States.
Great.
But
okay.
I'm just wondering if that makes perfect sense. But my question is, like, do you think that less financial? I mean, that position is not as financially, more than what I have now. It's less. But
so I don't know that this is going to be the highest paying job, but I think the life that you're trying to design for yourself, I think it's right in line with the vision that you have for your life.
I'm thinking that I'm going to take that opportunity, even if it's a smaller scale, but, work my way up in that
I
area.
think what you're looking I think, Michelle, what you're looking for in your life right now, this is completely consistent with that. So congratulations for you for putting your hat in the ring. Just don't hold back. Make sure that you just move in with confidence. Don't be afraid of following up. Don't feel afraid of bragging on awards and recognition or recommendations. But I see a lot of success for you in the future, one way or another. And I do see some sort of negotiations happening with a new professional role. So good luck to you.
Well, I'm excited, but everything else in general, like family life, everything is okay on just
we're focusing.
Everything else.
I just did the general reading on that one topic right now, Michelle, but it looks like you are really the center and the strength of your family. So all looks good there, but good luck to you. And I wish you well in your new role. All right. Take care.
Thank you so much. Okay.
You're very welcome. Looks like we have Beth from Virginia. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Hi, Beth. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. You're staying up late tonight to chat with me. Thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome. I love your shows.
Oh, good. Well, this is my first one, so I hope I won't be disappointing you. What I would say is that I generally like to ask, would you be interested in me doing just a general reading and seeing what comes up, or do you have a specific question you want to drill in on?
Let's see.
Oh, there had to be something on your mind before you
general reading.
Okay. Well, let's just see what kind of energy I'm tapping in just in the beginning. Here's what I would say just as a start. Beth, I sense that you're actually very intuitive. And I don't know. And by the way, please, for those that are watching, when I'm gathering information and doing readings, I look around a lot. For those that are listening, you probably won't notice, but Beth, I sense that you're very intuitive, and I'm wondering if there's some sort of dream that you've had recently that is sparking you to question things in your life. Is there a dream that you've had recently that you're contemplating?
I have very, very, very vivid dreams, and they make a lot of sense. And what I've noticed is now that I've done clearings, subconscious clearings, my dreams are more present than far away, if that makes sense. They're more in real time.
Okay. No, it feels like it's more current and more relevant today's situation. I mean, it just feels like there's some. Okay. So I just feel like I need to start there. It feels like there's some sort of dream that you've had, I would say within the last week, that is causing you to kind of reflect on what's happening in your environment. I do sense that there's some family issues. So I don't know. I don't know what the dynamics are in your family, but this feels like complexity with siblings, possibly related to parents, health, moving, or something like that. Does that make any sense for you?
No, my parents are deceased. They are in heaven. They are very with me, though. They're some of my. I actually use their birth years for my a couple of my angel numbers.
Okay.
But yes, there's a lot of dynamics with that.
Okay. Because I feel like there's sibling issues related to the parents. So I don't know if the parents passing created some of these.
My siblings and I actually don't. We're just now sort of connecting again. There was a lot. Yep.
So I don't know if any of your dreams had to do with family, but I'm getting the recent dream contemplating, kind of looking at what's happening in your day-to-day environment. But I definitely get the dynamics with the siblings tied to the parents. And it also feels pretty dysfunctional for me. So I hate to call it out, but there may be someone in your family or extended family that suffers from some type of addiction or alcohol kind of abuse. But it feels
that is coming to an end. We've had to do some massive interventions. Yeah.
Okay. Because I was going to say, I think that that's where it's kept you at a distance and you have felt like you haven't been able to connect with them because of these bigger issues. So I just want to say, I feel like there is healing. I feel like there's healing that comes, but you need to be very mindful of where you're spending your time and your energy as you reacquaint with, because I feel like it's not just siblings. I feel like it's their mates also. I feel like there's also just kind of walking cautiously as you reintegrate the family.
I don't give them a lot of energy. I feel like what the universe has planned with that is what the universe has planned. I like that flow.
Yep. And I would just say, I think the biggest picture, so that seems like the most substantive thing that I'm picking up on right now. But what I would say beyond that is that this is just a time for you to plant seeds, be mindful of where you're putting your time, your talent, your energy. I do feel like you really are thinking about somehow redesigning your life. And it feels like you may have 3 or 4 things that you're looking at. Do I want to invest in this? Do I want to stay where I'm living right now? Do you feel like you're sort of
right. Yes. Okay. Actually, yes, I am headed toward a direction that I've been aiming for. I'm planning to manifest that definitely this summer. Things are moving right along with that now.
Yeah. I was just going to say, don't put too much on your plate because I feel like you're going to pick 3 big things. Feels like the house is a big thing. There's some investment and moving of money. So that may be putting more money in a house or a different opportunity. But I feel like
you are correct.
I I feel like you will have all the means to do what it is that you plan on manifesting. I love that you talk about manifesting. I jones for affirmations and vision boards and all of that. So I think that's really exciting for you. But the big message is just be mindful, right? Be mindful of where you invest your time and energy, because I feel like these are going to be really long-term decisions for you. This isn't going to be the nomadic stuff that you did years ago, right? Because you've been pretty stable for a while, but I feel like you had quite a few adventures a couple decades ago. But this feels like it's going to be really long-term. Does this make sense for you?
Yeah, this will be my future. Like I'm planning on, this is my retirement business.
Yep.
Yep. I'm planning on it having a lot of fun.
Very exciting. Is there anything else that kind of was on your mind that you want to touch on?
Sure. My relationship with my son as opposed to my businesses.
Okay. So I feel like your son, so energetically, your son for me is of school age. So he may be early 20s, right? But I'm feeling that he's sort of still in this study, apprenticeship, early career sort of phase. Does that make sense for you?
Well, sort of. He's a very intelligent child. He's not Marine. He is a veteran now. He's actually 30, and he is.
Oh.
Well, he was in the nuclear. He got out of that. He had a really good job in nuclear, and he's actually going through some rough times with the divorce and things like that. And my grandchild and my daughter-in-law live in my lake house. So, it's been a little wild, but I feel like he's coming around, and he's starting to.
It just feels like he's going through some sort of. It feels like he's going through some sort of. I'm going to say apprenticeship, learning, studying. So I don't know if he has to go back and learn and get trained for something else for career-wise, but I feel like he's having a starting over sort of phase. And it does feel, not to diminish his intellect or anything, but it does feel like he's having to relearn something for profession and financial sakes. I would say because you're asking about the relationship between the two of you. I hate to say this. I feel like he's just got a lot on his plate. I think he's carrying more loads and responsibility and stress. And so please don't let that be anything that you take derogatory or personally. I don't think it has anything to do with your relationship with him. I think it's about him.
You nailed it.
Yeah, I think it's just about him going through these experiences for the first time in his life. So, but what I would say, we go back to be mindful of where you put your time, talent, and energy. I have an adult child and grandchildren also, and I would just encourage you to allow them to have their own journey. They're going to make mistakes. They're going to do things that we don't always want them to do, but just keep loving him, stay available, and he's going to get through this. So I see some new opportunities coming for him. I would just say it feels like it's late February maybe is when the money starts kind of resolving itself. But you're very supportive.
You are so insane. That's insane. You are right. Like you have no idea. You just nailed. Okay. Yeah, that was.
So stay encouraged, Mom. He'll be fine. But I hope that this has been encouraging for you this evening. You sound like
thank you. It has. You were amazing.
You're very sweet. Well, it's a privilege to do all of this. I really just enjoy connecting with everyone, and not everyone has a chance to get a live call. So hopefully we can wrap up the rest of our show. I'm going to give a general group reading. So who knows, Beth, maybe there's some other messages in here before we wrap up the show.
That's crazy. Wow. Yeah, that was pretty precise.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good job.
Thank you so much for calling in. I appreciate your support, and I wish you and your family and your son the very best.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. So as I was mentioning to Beth, I know that everyone wants a reading, right? Everyone doesn't necessarily know me or what I do. As you were able to witness, I do get information from a number of sources. I draw on feelings, visions, some things I just know, and I'm not sure really why. I have lots of tools and resources at my disposal. I may or may not pick a card, pick a color, pick an animal, but I really just like these things to happen organically. But what I can say is every time before I go into any sort of environment where I'm doing a group reading or a private reading, I try to meditate and concentrate on the people that I'm meeting with. So, of course, I can't always say who I was going to meet with today because this is a new format for me. You all are coming in from different channels, different places, but I did write down some messages. So, what I want to offer before I start to wrap things up is I'm just going to share some of the random messages that I took as part of my meditation for this group and hope that it resonates with someone out there. And what I would say is that if for some reason, again, you're not getting a free reading, whether it's through this show today or another show on the network, feel free to reach out on Facebook or through the mystic-b.com website, and we can go ahead and book a private session. But some of the general information I received. So the first one was actually the state of Ohio, that I was getting someone from state of Ohio that was contemplating a move. I was also getting the song. So this is the clear audience. I often get songs and song lyrics. The song What I Am by Edie Brickell, that there's a young female out there that just needs a little bit of an uplift. I want to encourage you to go play that song. It's a great song. If you've never heard of it, again, it's What I Am by Edie Brickell. I also sense that someone is in the midst of an affair that they're trying to get away with. Just so you know, I don't think you're going to get away with it for much longer. So you might want to think about coming clean. I also get a new union and a partnership. So congratulations to someone that has just found new love or have come to an agreement to either marry or move in with one another. I also have someone in Arizona that feels very busy, lots of business things that they're contemplating. All of those will work out. I also have, let me see if I can read my handwriting here. There was someone also that was contemplating an affair. And I would say, give it once over, let it boost your ego, but don't fall for it. Not in your best interest. So I don't know if any of those things resonate with any of you, but that is what I received before we met today. I did just want to make sure that we're all kind of connected. I want your ideas, your suggestions on topics and content for future shows. I will be here next Thursday at the same time, and we'll be doing free readings again. So please make sure that you follow along Facebook to get your name on the list. Again, you can reach out on my Facebook page or the mystic-b.com website. If you have any questions, right, about my process or how things work, please feel free to put those things together in an email, on a Facebook chat, and let me know what questions I can answer. And otherwise, we'll be planning for next week. I will be tapping in a little bit more to numerology. And so we'll be focusing a bit on those messages. So just in closing, I wanted to just remind you, we do have our own personal numerology energy, but we also have universal energy. So tomorrow, so it's late for me. Some people, depending on where you are, you may already be in to the 24th of January. But I just wanted to mention for those of us that are going to wake up tomorrow and it'll be the 24th, tomorrow is a universal 7-day. And 7 days are really about spiritual awakening. It's about introspection and really the pursuit of truth. 7 is always a magical number. And it gives you an opportunity to seek meaning and answers and really align with your spiritual self. So as we conclude this evening, I'm just going to say thank you so much for just giving me an opportunity to connect with you in this space. It really is humbling. This gift, whatever it is that I do, remains a mystery to me. I've been doing it for 30 years, but I still find it fascinating. I hope you will join me next week. And as we move into this 7 days, please let's ask ourselves, what truths are we ready to uncover? Not just about ourselves, but in the world, and how can we extend more compassion, kindness, and truth to one another? So thank you all again for joining. Please stay connected. Visit mystic-b.com. Send me your Facebook comments, ideas, suggestions, and feedback. And again, for those of you that were not able to get a reading yet, please look at some other great shows. There's wonderful psychics and talents, and you can get readings on the network. Otherwise, reach out and join us next week.
to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, Enlightening Television. Welcome. Time for astrology and psychic readings with Lady D. Lady D. Live from LadyDSPsychicParties.com. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. 24/7. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, ask1radio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is Astrology and Psychic Reading on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Astrology and Psychic Readings with Lady D. I'm your host, Lady D. I hope you've all had an amazing week. So this week coming up, I feel like it's actually quite a positive week from what we've had in the past few weeks. It's been quite dense energy. And finally, this week, I feel like things are picking up. We're feeling like a breath of fresh air. It's feeling like we can finally move forward into the year ahead. We have the new moon that is coming up on the 29th of January. It is at 11:35 p.m. That is my time here in Sydney. So during this new moon, I feel like it's very positive. We've got a tri from the sun, the moon, Mercury, all trying to Jupiter. I just feel like this is it's in Aquarius, so it's about breaking free. It's about being a rebel, doing what you want to do, but it's also I feel like looking ahead and planning ahead. I feel like the energy is going to be very good and making you feel very confident. We have a lot of positive aspects to Mercury during this new moon. I feel like it is about breaking boundaries and breaking any limitations of people being putting onto you. I feel like it's about staying on track and staying focused and really like setting goals or being able to achieve things. I feel like this is the week we're going to be able to get things done. And if you're someone who has a very long task of things to do, I feel like this is the week where you're going to get through most of your tasks that you need to get done. We've also got today especially, we do have some a lot of positive aspects. The only negative aspect that I can see for this week ahead is on the 27th, we've got a square starting with Mars and Chiron. But apart from that, I see everything being positive. We do on the 28th. On the 28th, we do have Mercury, which is going to be coming into Aquarius. So that is about thinking outside the box. It's about thinking logically and practical. It's about seeing both sides of situations. When you were dealing with Aquarians, they can see every side of the situation that's going on. They are also able to detach themselves as well, so they don't get very emotionally involved. So you'll even find during this new moon that it won't be very emotional. It's about detaching for things that really doesn't serve you or situations where you really can't see an outcome or it's not working for you. And it's about detaching from that situation because it's about moving on to better things. So we've got that Mercury moving into Aquarius. It will conjunct Pluto this week when it goes into Aquarius. So that will be coming up. But with that, that's going to be on the 29th. And that could be an ending of a conversation or communication with someone. Could be a very it's about transformation, about how we communicate and also about how we think. That it could be someone that you just don't want to talk to anymore, could come up with that. On the 24th, so today, Friday, for me it's Friday, we do have Mars in sextile to Uranus, which is bringing about unexpected strength, unexpected confidence coming up with us. We've got Mercury, which is going to be opposing Mars. And again, I feel this is quite a positive. I feel like it's about confidence in how we communicate and giving you that strength. I just keep on seeing like Superman energy coming in this week where you're just feeling more confident and more powerful. On the 24th, we've got Mercury, which is going to be tried to Uranus. That's going to bring in some unexpected communication. And again, I think it's going to be positive. On the 26th, we've got Venus tri to Mars, which is really helping us. I feel like it's helping you setting boundaries with relationships, but I also feel like it's helping you with finances and getting on track of things. On the 27th, we've got Mercury, which is going to be in sextile to Neptune. And I feel like it's about taking the rose-colored glasses off and seeing for the reality what it is and seeing people for who they are. On the 27th, we've got Venus, which is going to be in sextile to Uranus, and that's like unexpected with your finances or relationships. And again, I see it all being very positive. I just feel like this week is a very positive week for us all. So let's go to the caller. So we've got here's Marie, who's in Sandtown, New Hampshire, so in America. So hello, how are you?
Good. How about yourself?
I'm good. How can I help you today?
Well, I have a lot going on. Whatever you see that I need to know.
Okay. I'm not sure. So if you have a specific question, because we don't have a lot of time, if you can ask me, so I know exactly what you want to know. I just feel like things are very complicated around you.
Right. I have a son that just got operated on today, and I have a son that passed away 9 years ago.
So the son that is here, I'm hearing that he's very brave. So the son that's just had the operation, I am hearing that he's very brave. He's also very competent. I feel like he's being stuck or having mobility issues, but the son that's passed over is there with him and supporting him. Like they're brothers, but I feel like did they not get along when the other brother was here? He sort of saying to me, I see him there with him, and he's sort of telling me that we're brothers, but I feel like they would fight a lot, like cats and dogs, like fight a lot.
No, that's actually my other son. I have 3 of them. I have one that's in the hospital. I have a middle one, and the one that passed away. Those 2 fought.
Oh, okay. Because he's telling me he's like they're my brother, but he's saying that they're fighting like cats and dogs, and
they did.
Oh, but he's supporting the one. He isn't telling me he's supporting the one that's in care. He's like that's my brother. That's my friend. He doesn't like the food. So the son that's passed away, he's telling me that the food in where your son is not the best. He doesn't like the food there. He's telling me the food could be a lot better as well. And he's also telling me that there's been a lot of pressure on you, and you feel like you need to live up to like an expectation here, like you're trying to be super mom. But it's like it's okay. It's okay if you fall because he will catch you. And he's saying that it's all about life and how we all grow. And he wants you to just, even if you fall, to be confident in yourself, because he's saying that there's people around you when you're not got that confidence about you, it's when they take advantage or they come in and they make things more complicated or more confusing for you. He's like, you need to sort of stand up for your right and need to create a boundary. And that might be to the others. That could even be the other son that he might be referring to that you've got. I feel like there's jealousy with those 2. Like there's some sort of jealousy or rivalry going on with those 2 sons. And it didn't get resolved when he was here. But it's like the one that's passed over is like, he's got confidence about him. He's like, I'm better one, or I'm the favorite son. I feel like he's just having a bit of fun with me, I feel, with that. And I feel like, so is there, I'm not sure which son I'm going to, but one of the ones that are here, is he got his head down in a book or something? Or I see a boy walking with his head down, but I feel like it's in a book, or he's looking at something, or maybe it could be like it's a phone. Is he always concentrating on something and not watching where he's going?
The one that passed away.
Oh, okay. All right. That seems to give me evidence. Okay, I was seeing that, and I thought I was seeing. They were showing me the one.
Well,
one of the ones that
the
were.
One. There's a question about the one that passed away that I was told it was an accident and he shot himself, but I don't believe that's true. I just want to know if that's going to get resolved this year.
Something's been, look, I'm going to be careful what I say here because it's a public forum, and this is something that would be, but I do see something being covered up, like his body being covered up, and I do feel like that he didn't want to go. He's telling me I didn't want to go, and I just feel like it's like a mistake gone wrong, like something gone wrong is what I'm hearing, and because I feel like he was he's happy. Like I feel like this boy was a happy boy. And though he had challenges to face, I feel like he didn't intentionally do this. But I feel like there may be more people involved or more people there. But I just feel like that he's at rest. Like he's happy. He's in a good place where he is. He's not in any pain. But he's I just feel like scrambling. So yeah, I don't want to say too much. Maybe I already have. I'm not sure, but I'm trying to say things in a nice way and not try too much. Right. But just with the information that sometimes you can't stop what you're getting. But I just want to say to you, I just know that he's in a good place now and he's not in any pain. I don't feel depressed with him. I don't feel like he was down. And sometimes even, in Australia, sometimes the police, they assume things and may not look at the whole situation or find everything out. So I just feel like this is going to be a mystery, but I just want you to put at ease that he's okay.
Right. Because I've been trying to get the case opened, and he actually lived in Florida with his fiancée at the time that this happened. And, I'm here in New Hampshire, so all I know is what I was told.
I feel like there's a bit of, yes, I feel like there's a bit of laziness on maybe the police part. I do see them being lazy, but I also feel like something may come about this in years to come. So this might be people that are involved, maybe something come about this in years to come. I'll just say that for you.
Okay.
But for you and your peace of mind, just know that your son is in a good place right now and that I don't feel he was depressed or that he had intentions to leave.
Right.
Okay.
So it's not going to be resolved this year then. You're not saying that.
There's something, there's other people involved in this, and there's something about that. But it's like I feel like I'm going to be walking at TikTok and it's going to be a true crime thing coming up. Not a true crime, but like a story, if this happened to this person, like one of those people that tells different stories about different things that have happened. But like for now, I just want you to be at peace that your son is okay, that he's not in any pain, and that I don't think that he. We all have a time to leave this world, and I believe in that. But just know that he's okay. But I feel like eventually you will be put to rest with this. This will be put to rest eventually, but maybe not this year.
Okay.
Okay. But I want you to know he's in a good place, and he loves you a lot. But he's around your son that's in hospital, and he just wants to give you a big hug, and to know that to keep going, moving forward.